This is interesting. It's only me. Hey, boo. We're new to this. I do this on the Daddy's Kitchen side, but on this side, I've never done it before. So, who is this? Sable? Hi, Sable. Is it me and you tonight? Oh, okay. I'm gonna let everybody come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're getting the wine sorted out. It's being brought up. Hey y'all. Oh, it's coming in. We're letting everybody come in. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if Una can't hear me. Aw, love you, babe. I love you guys too. You're gonna make me cry as soon as I get in here. Okay. There's 28 people so far, which is great. It's a party. It's a party. Oh, Stephanie from Aruba. Oh my God, guys, drop your flag in the chat. I'm gonna wait a little bit. We're only about a minute in. I'm gonna let everybody kind of like funnel their way in. But drop your flag them. Want to know where you guys are from. By the way, please sit. Crystal's here. Aaliyah's here.
Hey guys.
You know, we might have other appearances throughout the night. Daddy, some of you guys asked when we did the poll if we should do a live tonight, and 80% of you guys said yes, by the way. So when we said yes to the live, some of you asked if Daddy could pop in. So I'm gonna see if we can get Daddy to pop in. I'm not sure. Daddy is obsessed with his garden. And, right. And he's very much like, can't business with it. Listen, the Jamaican flag them, the US of A. And what flag is this? I don't know what flag this is. One of the latest ones. Hi, Dion girl. I know Aruba's in the chat. I know Jamaica's in the chat. I know the US is in the chat. Haiti is in the chat. Egypt is in the chat. Specifically Philly. Okay, shout out to Philly, Atlanta. Period. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Well, first of all, you know, I was just like, listen, we always do a vlog, and we've never done this setting before. We haven't done, okay, let's just go live and like talk, because you know, you guys are always watching. Shout out to Grenada in the chat. Shout out to Grenada. Can you guys hear me well? Before I start going in, let me know, because I also put. Oh, hold on. Me hear the wine a pour. Me hear the wine a pour. Did you hear that? Aaliyah is pouring
some. Your glass, right? Because
Aaliyah is forcing
small bit
vegan
small
Crystal
bit.
to have some wine for the sake of the live. But we will not force Crystal. Crystal is, you know, forcing. She's our vital babe. All right. So we can hear you well. Okay, perfect. So anytime you can't hear me well, let me know, okay? Because I just want to make sure. Saskatchewan, why are you laughing at yourself, Saskatchewan? Oh, thank you. Is beautiful. Why are you laughing at yourself, Saskatchewan? Crystal said Saskatchewan is beautiful. You know, she has traveled many places in the world because of her job. And she says Saskatchewan is one of the pretty ones. So don't laugh at yourself. Okay, so do you guys have your wine? Are you guys sipping on anything? Who's watching on a TV screen right now? And who's watching on TV and who's watching on their phone? Oh, you guys are asking me how my Bano weekend is? Look, I'm in my room.
This is how we celebrate Caribana.
2025. This is what our Bano weekend looks 2025 inside our yard. But I'm seeing that everybody's been having a great weekend. For all of you who don't know what Caribana is our carnival weekend. in this Caribbean Carnival in Toronto. And so everybody is outside right now. So the fact that we are on here is like
Crazy.
kind of crazy. But I know that the majority of my following has always been US based. So I knew that a lot of you guys would be home anyways this weekend. And not just US. Now I've expanded. You know, I have lots of the islands, as you can see, which makes me so happy. But also my UK babes. So many of you guys are here as well. So many of my Ghana babes are here. So I knew that like even if I was on live this weekend, it would be fine. And then of course the live gets uploaded, and then if you're not here you can watch it at a different time anyways, right? So obviously this is my first time on live for you guys, so please let me know if because I don't know what they do with the commercials and the ads and stuff. Let me know if you feel like it's crazy or if it's not. I don't know if they show you right now or if they just do that later, but let me know guys because I'm learning. But I put up on Instagram today, I was like, if you want, well, I actually put it on, I put it on YouTube in the community area. I said, if there's any questions, let me know. No for uno never respond because that's how you guys stay sometimes. Okay. I said, leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions or a topic you want me to talk about. Nothing is off limits today. Okay. So only my Instagram people started asking questions, but YouTube, there's a few questions. Aaliyah, would you be able to pull it up in the community? And if there's any questions, let me know what questions. But we're gonna answer some of the questions. And if you have questions now, right now, please drop it down in the comment section. We're talking in the comment section right now. Aliyah, you can monitor the chat as well. Thank you, darling. Oh, yeah, she's great. She's great at these things. Yeah. So if there's any questions, put it down and we'll try and tap into them. Okay. So you're watching. So watching on my phone, eating tuna fish. My dear internet niece. Hi, internet auntie. Okay, Caravana is on my bucket list as a global carnival reveler. Okay, okay. So yeah, you have to make your way over to Toronto. I've been wanting to do carnival somewhere else other than Toronto for years.
Yes.
And I haven't gotten to. I don't know if we can angle Trinidad.
Why?
I don't know if I have. I need to get in the gym first.
That's where the yeah, I do hear that. I hear that they're like really strict over there. I don't know if that's true though.
Yeah, like if I go to Trinidad Carnival, I want to be my most fit self, not slim, fit. Like I just want to be as energetic as possible because we can't bother with that. Okay, lots of questions. Okay, I see the questions coming in. Okay, Crystal sees the chat question, so she'll help me out with that. But where do we begin? Guys, how is married life? Married life is beautiful, guys. Married life is beautiful. You know what's so wild? I feel like more and more there's this idea of like acting as if marriage is not as beautiful of a thing or an idea than what we've made it or what people have said it is over the years. Like right now, I think it's cool to shit on marriage. I think it's cool for people to be like, listen, like that's not a real win in your life. And at one point in time I used to understand it because I was very much in my Tracy Ellis Ross bag. And for those who don't know who Tracy Ellis Ross is, like I just love the idea of, choosing myself so much over and over again that my desire to truly be married or be with someone was below me having a better life. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still like that. I still think it's really important to want a great life more than you want that man. But I also feel like people don't understand just how beautiful marriage is when it's done with God in it and when you are with someone who truly loves you. Now, of course, me just reach, me just start. So I know some people are like, girl, you just got in it. You have no idea. But I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you. Because what you're saying is the things that you have gone through that's hard, me must have it too. And don't get me wrong. Of course, we all have our cross to bear. But there are so many people who also say they've had a beautiful marriage. Like my grandmother lost her husband after being married to him for 68 years this year. And, or sorry, was it early this year or the end of last year? And you guys saw that episode of me going to Florida just to, just to be with my family and spend time with them. And when I think about the fact that she's like, there's obviously been ups and downs, but think about being with someone for 68 years of your life, choosing someone over and over and over again who shows up for you, who loves you, who reverences God with you, who you've seen everything with, and then you have to like meet them in that time where they're going off home to God. Like, I just feel like it's a beautiful thing. And I'm not saying, yeah, 68 years is crazy. It's crazy. Think about it. You're married to someone for 68 years and then they have the audacity to die and leave you. Crazy.
I'd be like, just take me with you.
Right. I'd be like, why would you leave me here? Yes. Now I understand why people die of a broken heart, because when I was with my grandmother and she talked about how she knew that he was going to pass because he was just looking at her and he just kept on smiling at her and she kept just patting him, and she knew that he was going to go. And to know that those were the last moments that she had with him, and he slipped away. But he slipped away with his wife of 68 years. That's love. And like, I feel like whenever I hear people go, oh, like marriage, what a terrible deal. I'm like, no, you just have not seen it in a beautiful way, because some of us are raised, and I get it. Some of us are raised by people who didn't have a beautiful marriage. And I'm not saying that every marriage around me was perfect. I grew up seeing my parents struggle a bit too, but I've also seen them choose each other despite that over and over again. And I think there's something that's so beautiful about that. Anyways, long story short, married life has been beautiful thus far. I love my husband so much. He is such a beautiful person. I love him like a friend. I love him like a husband, a boyfriend, and all of those things. He is such a great leader, and that's why I married him. So, period. Life is great. Married life is beautiful. I think I saw someone say, are we planning a honeymoon? So we're not actively planning a honeymoon right now. We do want to go on a honeymoon, but we just didn't prioritize it to happen right after the wedding. Like, I understand why people do it though. Because after you do a wedding and you spend all of that money and you're running around and taking care of people and blah, 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 you're tired. But I feel like you might be even more too tired to go and enjoy yourself. You almost need to sleep. So for us, we're just trying to figure out, we're real. I don't know if you guys think that we're rich people, but we're not rich. We're not rich yet. We're not reached there yet. We're getting there. But we're not reached there yet. So Joey and I are very financially responsible people. I've always been like that, and he's always been like that. So we like to make calculated decisions, and we just want to make sure that when it is time for us to go on a honeymoon, that everything's settled and we feel good to throw it in a bag the way that we want to, because Joey spent a lot. Okay, we both spent a lot, but Joey spent a lot on the wedding, and I really just want him to chill, just do his thing.
Someone said, how is Joey like in Canada, and would he ever relocate there?
How is Joey liking Canada, and would he ever relocate there?
Yeah.
Where is he? He's probably gonna be like, "No, I'm not coming in." Call him and see if he'll come in and answer. No pressure. Tell him no pressure though. How's he liking Canada? I think he likes it because he's with me. He always says, "Home is wherever you are." So I think he just loves that he's with me, and that he's probably like, "Hell no," and that he's spending time with mom and dad, because my father and my husband, they are mid bromance right now, guys. They're in love with each other. They love each other. They spend so much time with each other, and like every given moment I turn my head, they're off doing their own thing. They go to the gym together. They do the gardening together. They're in the kitchen together. They're off walking together. Like they're just in their bromance era. Joey he is kind of shy. He is kind of shy, and my dad is like that too. So they're very similar, except the only time my dad is not shy is when he's on his channel. So yeah, so they're going through all of that, but Joey, like, he doesn't mind Canada. He doesn't love Canada, but he doesn't mind it either. I think he prefers to be downtown. He likes downtown living more than the suburban living that we have here in Brampton. Is he coming? He said, "Hell no." No, okay, that's fine. That's fine, guys. I knew he was. He's gonna be like, I would have had to warm him up first and gotten his head in the space for him to come in. Maybe he might poke in. You'll see, but no.
Someone asked you a really good question.
Another question?
Someone asked a really good question. Someone said, "How is acting going? Do you have any dream roles you would want to do, or a specific genre like horror, action, or romance?"
How is acting going? Do I have any other?
Do you have any dream roles?
That I want to do? So acting is great. You guys know that I am in Office Movers season 2. And thank you.
Huge. Round of applause. Everybody, can I get some clapping hands in the comments? Yes! Clapping hands for Sasha landing such an amazing role. Yeah. Okay, she killed it, and we can't wait to see it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Crystal. You're so sweet, friend. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. So I did that, and I feel like that's really gotten my feet wet. I don't think there's any like specific role that I have dreamt of per se, but what I always said is that I'm not interested in just being in comical roles, because I feel like a lot of the time with plus size women, especially plus size Black women, they put us in roles that are funny, and in my life ain't shit funny. I might be funny in real life, but that doesn't mean that I can't be the love interest in this movie or in this show. That doesn't mean that I can't be the hot girl. Like, I feel like I would draw the line in spaces like that, and I understand why some actresses decline, or actors decline certain roles, because they have more control over the narrative of their career, and I like that. I like that, I like that Queen Latifah is often the love interest in whatever movie that she puts herself in. You know what I mean? I'm not here to make you laugh because I'm plus size. I am here to show you what real life is like. And so I'll be standing up for myself in that regard. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a little laugh now. I love a little chuckle, right? But I feel like when it comes to the chuckle, the laugh, I think that if it's paired with cultural funny things, then I can deal with that. Like if they need me to be my Jamaican self or channel that for the sake of having an authentic Jamaican role, then that Jamaicans come with humor. So I'm okay with that. But if it's just gonna be a laughing stock type thing, me not in it. So
that was great.
Okay.
There's a question from, sorry guys, I haven't been saying who's asking the questions, but Someone said, "Hi Sasha, since you're a pro at this, I want to start my channel, but how do you balance being a content creator and your spiritual life? I've seen many content creators that claim to be Christians."
Okay, so hi Sasha. Since you're a pro at this, I want to start my channel. But how do you balance being a content creator and your spiritual life? I've seen many content creators that claim to be Christians. Well, that's the thing. I everybody's journey is different, and I don't focus on how people perceive their relationship with Christ. I know my relationship with Christ, and I know that might not look like it to you, but it may look like it to somebody else. I try not to judge people based on, oh, like, they claim to be a Christian and da, da, da. I try not to do that because he without sin cast the first stone. You feel me? You know that part in the Bible, right? If you're without sin, cast the first stone right now. Still waiting, you know? So I just allow people to do whatever they are led to do by God. Now, of course, there are sometimes you see people do certain things and you're like, but that doesn't mean that you need to be, how. So I balance, I don't know, like, I don't know if I need to balance it with my spiritual life. Like, God is my life. Like, God is in everything in my life. That is how I've grown up. That is my reality. It just happens that my job is also social media. Just like someone's job is they work at a call center, but they love God and they go to church and they worship and they pray and they, have a relationship with God. I think of it as the same way. I try not to complicate it because I feel like my life is not complicated with God. I think my life is better with God, and I never feel like I need to balance it. And God has never convicted me to act a certain way or a different way. I feel like, well, yes, of course He has. Like, over time, like certain things that I used to do, I don't do anymore. Certain things that I used to wear, I don't wear anymore. But I also feel like it comes with growing up, just maturing and realizing that, as you grow and as you grow in God will just guide your path. I think being honest is a part of my ministry, and being who I am wholeheartedly and just openly is a part of my ministry. And when I see how many people are like, oh my gosh, through you, I've decided that I'm going to go back to church, or through you, I've decided that I'm going to like build my relationship with God. It's beautiful because it's like sometimes I will say, oh, maybe someone would look at me like, I went to this party. Maybe they would look at me like, oh, I'm not really whatever. But to know that me living authentically can allow people to come closer to God, it just shows me that God will use who He wants to use for whatever He wants to use them for. And I am so open to Him using me however He wants to use me. And the moment that He tells me that, oh, this is not right and that is not right, that's it. So yeah. So that's how I see it. Hopefully that answered your question. What's next? I'm so happy I'm on here with you guys.
Do you want to read them or?
No, you please
okay,
help me.
I'm seeing a few.
You reading it? Can you guys hear Crystal though when she's asking the question? Let me know if you can hear her, because she has a little tiny voice, a tiny one. She is.
Yes, we can. She said yes, we can. Esther, hey Esther. Softly. Okay, I'll talk louder. It's okay. I know the truth.
I know the truth. Speak up and
I just want to speak up, like all my life.
I would hate that.
Okay. So this is a question. Someone had left a message under one of your previous vlogs about a Dr. Bronner's soap.
Okay.
They're just wondering if you saw it.
Oh, about Dr. Bronner's. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about Dr. Bronner's and the spiritual messaging on the bottle. I did pray over the buckle. It's already been in use. So, but me pray over it. Every time I bathe, I say, Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, everything that is meant to harm me or to harm any person, I cancel it in the name of Jesus. Father, there will be no hold, nothing, nothing. Lord God, everything about you will be about this soap. As I use it to clean off this dirt off of my body, no spell, no demon, no written word under the sun could ever and will ever penetrate. In the name of Jesus, it is broken.
Bind and break.
Bind and break. Yes. Yes, Ange. Ange, Ange, you know what you're talking about. Because you know what? All jokes aside, nothing has power. Nothing has power when Christ's name is called. Bonds are broken. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Everything that the devil made for bad in your life, God can turn it around for good. Even down to that, there's soap there. These people, they swear that what they have is more powerful than my God. I don't believe that. Try me finish the buckle of soap, yeah?
And soap? The peppermint?
I haven't tried it because I heard it will burn you, so I said
you have to dilute it.
See,
I don't dilute it.
I didn't know that.
I throw it on my sapo, my African net, as everyone's calling it.
African sponge, but I put some water and lather it up.
Yeah, so, I put some water and then I lather it up. Yeah, I don't just let the salt. No, you're supposed to dilute it, but
some people do dilute it like in a separate bottle, but nobody has time for
that. Yeah. Okay.
So someone said, when you are in Ghana, what are some things you miss back home or vice versa? Because I see you travel back and forth from time to time, and I know that transition can be a lot. And do you get homesick? So basically the question is, when you're in Ghana, what are some things you miss back home or vice versa? And do you get homesick?
So when I'm in Ghana, some things that I miss are not having light out, because the lights go out sometimes, depending on where you live, which is in most places, the lights go out sometimes, and sometimes depending on what area you live in, it won't go back on. And if you have a generator, it doesn't go back on right away. So I miss not having to deal with that. And then I miss things like faster customer service. Like I like speed. I miss speed sometimes. But other than that, not much to miss. Not much to miss. Like right now, I'm homesick because I don't live in Toronto anymore. I miss Accra. Like I can't wait. I can't wait to go home. Like, of course, I love my family and my people, and I want to be around my people. That's probably the only thing I miss. Is just my family. Other than that, there's nothing that I miss. I don't even feel like the same person when I'm here. Like I feel like, I don't know. It's just like I feel like Ghana has a way of calling you higher in yourself.
Yeah.
And then when you get back here, it's like you're like, it's like you take a couple steps back in self, or you're still your higher self, but you're just surrounded by people whose mindset just not ready yet. And I don't want to offend anybody by saying that, but the people who know. The people who know. Trust me. So did I answer that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So someone said a really cool comment. They said, "I really hope you do Real Housewives of Ghana."
Oh my God. Yeah. I really do want to do I try not to say Real Housewives because we don't want nobody sue me, but I really do want to do Housewives of Accra. It's just I need the proper support. But at the same time, like if God wants me to do it fully, I will do it. I already started it. So I'm going to see how I can expand it, because I do think it's a great concept and I have a lot of plans for it. And it's not necessarily the typical Real Housewives scenarios, I think it's a different take on it. And I think everybody would really love it. I'm glad you guys love it so much because I love it too. I think it's a great concept and it's a great way to really allow everybody in on what the transition of my life is like over there, because I'm still transitioning and I'm still learning so much. So yeah.
So shout out to Tody and the badge. Tody has a nice number 2 badge.
Can't hear you, Crystal.
Oh, sorry. So Tody said, "Thank you, Crystal, for asking the questions we love. No problem." She said, "What are you and Michael up to next for Flaws of Couture?"
Oh, what a great question. Michael, should I be here? Michael and we have been thinking. Now, I don't know how long you've been following Flaws Couture, like my brand, but one thing about me is I never create when I'm not inspired. And I don't follow the typical fashion, fall, winter, spring, summer. Like, I don't push things out just for the sake of saying that I have a brand. It has always been based off of when I am truly inspired to create and when I have the money to do it as well, because doing fashion is expensive and I just never felt the need to have to follow anybody and send myself into any kind of debt. Me not do it. I'm just not doing it. You know what I mean? I feel like what rule says that it has to be that way? So for the last little while, obviously I've been living life and getting married and etc. And we've thought about so many different little things. We've been working just slightly low key on some ideas, and we're kind of even feeling like we want to get into another space when it comes to the brand. How do you guys feel about potentially like home things having to do with home and just like living, like products and stuff like that? What do you guys think about like glassware and plateware and couches and rugs and just things for home? Like just let me know how you feel about that. Because sold because
Wow.
for me, I like, obviously I'll tell you guys, there's 160 of you guys in here right now, and I always told you guys I really feel like I have moved on to prioritizing my YouTube family. There's something so, I don't know, there's something about us that feels so genuine to me. And of course I know that there's definitely people who are bad mind within the midst, always the case. But I have obviously Instagram, TikTok, whatever, but I don't know. I just feel like you guys deserve the ins on things. So I didn't say that to anybody else, but I just told that to you. So you guys let me know how you feel about it. But then also, I am a little uninspired when it comes to clothing lately. Does that make you guys sad? Did you say why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, like, I feel like I'm not, like, sometimes I feel like clothes are clothes. Like, don't get me wrong. I love a jacket. I love, everybody knows that about me. I love a good coat. So I will design a coat all the time, but I feel like you get clothes from everywhere and anywhere. And, we live in a time where like people are struggling all over the world, and like sometimes I just feel ridiculous trying to sell them a coat. Sometimes I don't know if I grew out of it, but, and I'm not saying that I'll never design clothes again, because like I said, me and Michael are low key, like we're still kind of double dabbling in a new collection, but I don't know when that collection will come out, because I don't give anything that I'm not truly in love with. Like, because it's very hard to go from the beginning of conceptualizing a collection to the ending, having to do all of that process, dealing with manufacturers, spending money, sending things out when you're not fully in it, when you're not fully like in love with it or that specific design or collection, it becomes torture. And I just don't want to do that. I want to give out things that I'm like, oh my God, I cannot wait until my supporters get to see this or get to have this in their home. That's what I like to feel like. And in this era of my life, I feel like Flaws Couture has always followed me, and it's always followed like who I've become over time. And I feel like right now, as a wife and as a homemaker, that is the space that I'm in. The space that I'm in is like, I want a new set of glasses that are stunning so that when I have my people over, it can be a conversational piece. I want glasses and plates that are absolutely beautiful that I could have my audience and my supporters also take part in. You know, I want to design a gorgeous couch that is friendly for all body types, that a plus size person would like lay in and just like, be like, you know, I want those things that I can't find on my own for myself. And you know, I want those conversational pieces. Like, you know, I will make a jacket that's dramatic, that someone puts on a jacket and then everybody's talking to them about that jacket and where they got it from. But like, imagine inviting someone over to your house, and as soon as they come into their house, they're like, oh my gosh, that couch, or oh my gosh, that mirror, that frame, or oh my gosh, those glasses. Like, where are those glasses from? You know, these are things that live forever if you can, and so are clothes. But I don't know. I'm in that space and just curious. Have you ever considered doing sunglasses? No, girl. No, sir. Can't even lie to you. Nothing about me wanting no glasses. But I can recommend you to some girls who can do some damn good glasses, because I have a couple brands that I really, really like. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. You let me know how you feel about it. You think it's crazy? Someone said, I believe you grew out of the clothing thing. When you became aware that so much is going on in the world, it becomes more recognizable growth. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like, you know, I think it's a common goal for a lot of us within our community to be fashion designers. You know, and I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that it's a little pigeonholed, and I think I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over that desire, and I feel like we can do more. We can show up in different spaces more, and I'm ready to go in that direction. I'm ready to try something new. I don't feel challenged anymore. Um, and I don't know that fashion is the thing that people love the most from me. Like, as long as I've been doing it, yes, I've had a supportive community. And like I said, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that I'm never going to do fashion again. It just means that it's a lot. And I don't think that I was getting enough from it. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I did some things wrong. And that I'm not afraid to admit to. Like, maybe I didn't market properly, or maybe I didn't, like, you know, it's just, at the end of it, when I looked down at the bottom and at the numbers, I was just like, oh, I put so much more into this than I got back out. And I can't keep doing that. Can't. Doesn't make sense as a business person, as someone who has businesses in different areas. Like, at the bottom line, it just doesn't make sense. And if it ain't making any money, it ain't making no sense.
Someone wants to know when you are taking Joey to Jamaica.
So we were actually supposed to go next week, child. Yeah. I was thinking of scooping him up and just running away next week. Yeah. We were supposed to go with a couple friends, and then they pulled out last minute. And now we're like double thinking it. And
still go. That's still go. Yeah. You think she should do
I don't know, guys. You think I should still go? We should still go. I think first time he needs to, like, I think first time resort. I think second time I'll take it, because you guys know, if you've been watching my vlogs, you know that me and Crystal, we run Jamaica, okay?
Yeah. We do.
And we don't necessarily, we're not really resort people. I think when I was younger, I used to go to resorts. But as I grew older, like, we're more of like a local, we're Kingston local girls. But I feel like for Joey's first time, I feel like I want him to experience like resort. And then the next time, then we can do like Kingston, do road, and like all that stuff. Like, but even if I did bring him to the resort, I would take him off of the resort from time to time. I would never go to a resort now. I would never go to a resort and not leave the resort at least a couple times to go road and do a couple little things, you know? So She says, I love Crystal and Sasha Jamaica vlogs. So if you've never watched any of our Jamaica vlogs, you're missing out because that's when we are at our best. Okay?
Yeah, we do great damage in Jamaica.
So you think local? So okay, so Trixie thinks local life first, then resort life. Ciao.
No, I feel like we've all experienced resort Jamaica first.
Yeah,
everyone has.
Yeah,
and then, well, not when you were a little kid, maybe.
Yeah,
but as an adult, resort first. So you get the all-inclusive experience.
Yeah,
you get luxury experience, and then once you get a little taste of Jamaica and you're ready to put your full foot in,
do road.
Yeah,
I think so too. I guess it's just because that's how I did it.
I feel like that's a good way of doing it, but so they're also asking about a meet and greet. Would you ever do a meet and greet in the US for your YouTube family? And someone else said, if you do a meet and greet, would you do it in Canada or Ghana?
So it's been a long time since I've done like any kind of meet and greet, but I would definitely do a meet and greet in the States. I just need to make sure that everything is fine because when I'll go along with beer things over there, so. And I just want to make sure. And now Canadians can only stay there for 30 days, which is so weird because my whole life,
30 days.
30 days apparently we can only go there because Trump still a deal with we.
It's been 6 months.
He's ringing us like one rag right now until we accept his deals. Canada still hasn't accepted Trump's deals, so we're kind of in a beef. We're brothers and sisters. But yeah, you didn't know that? Canadians can only stay over there for 30 days now.
I see. I don't know if this is true, but
and that does fly by.
You got to pay $200 to go across the border.
$200 to go across the border.
I see something like that online.
I bet USD, right?
No, that can't be. Because I need to go to my local Buffalo trip.
Yeah, I'll go back.
No. What exactly?
I feel like $200 to go back to stay in North America. Sorry, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And then plus my ticket.
$200 in Ghana. Okay, how do you feel like how long $200 can get you in Ghana?
It's a short G, but we not accept his nonsense. Hey, Shishoy. So yeah. So okay. So I would definitely do a meet and greet in Ghana, but I don't know if my Ghana family is as big in Ghana yet, which is fine. It doesn't need to be big. It could be 10 of us. Let me know in the chat if you're from Ghana and you're watching this right now, even though my Ghanaians, I know they're sleeping. Some of them are sleeping. It's late. If you're in the chat and you would want to do a meet and greet, let me know. And if you're from the US and you would want to do a meet and greet, let me know. But let me know what state. Okay? Because whenever I've ever done anything in the States, it has to be New York because I feel like New York always has the most of my supporters. Yeah, see, NYC. Like I used to do pop-ups in New York, I used to sneak over there so and go sell beer clothes. And I remember, right, Crystal? Had a lineup around the street.
Around the building.
Okay?
Wow.
Selling early days Plaza Couture stuff, doing a meet and greet, selling the clothes, like line up out the door. New York, in Bed-Stuy. Okay? And I remember I used my server dollars, okay? My waitress money to save up and get that storefront and rent it for a few hours, Bed-Stuy, New York. Okay? And you guys showed up for me. I don't know if there's anybody in here from them days there, but wow, like I used to go over there multiple times and sell and do stuff or whatever, but we can't do that again with Trump. He'll send me to, I don't know where he's gonna send me.
It was a tour. We did Atlanta.
We did Atlanta. Yes. We did New York. We did
DC.
We did DC.
Wow. Oh my God.
Those days.
Wow. That's amazing.
We did a lot of stuff, Crystal.
And there was another, I think you might have did 2 New Yorks.
We did do 2 New Yorks. We did New York twice. We did Atlanta. We did DC. when I was doing a meet and greet tour and I was selling my brand, and it was amazing. And I would be down to do it again. I low key have been trying to figure out a way to do it for Daddy's Kitchen, because so many of Daddy's Kitchen supporters are like, when are you bringing Daddy to the UK? When are you bringing Daddy to the States? And I just don't want, like, for me, like, I'll be doing scandalous things, but I just don't want to put my father in a position where it's not done properly. So if I have any family members in here who can help to facilitate, maybe you have a space, or maybe you know how this is done or whatever. Obviously, I know how it's done. I know how to do it. I've done it a million times before, but like, times have changed, and I just want to make sure that all is well. And sometimes you have to look into your community and see if there's anybody who's willing to host, or like who's willing to say, hey, I have a restaurant, or hey, I have this building. I would love for you to use this building for your meet and greet. Like, I want to help support as well. One hand washes the other. And I feel like I watch other communities do it, but we don't do it often because we have so much pride and we don't want to ask, and we don't, you know what I mean? And I'm okay with asking. I'm okay with saying, hey, like, maybe there's somebody here who's like, bro, come to my restaurant, or my auntie has a space that's stunning and she could use traffic. Why not? So let me know, because we could definitely do this, guys. Is the lighting getting really bad? It's getting dark, right? I want to put on a light or something. But that light is bright.
It's too bright.
No, like bright as in Altavada.
Yeah, it is.
I think there's a light. My electronics thing up there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Beg you move a little faster. See if there's like a little lights. I don't know. There might be a little light that we can do. Oh, you know what? This is a light. Hold on. Wow. God, look how God is good, man. Look at how God is good. Let me tell you something about my father. We're just sitting right in front of me. This is brand new. Like, a company gave it to me. Let's see if it works. I've never turned it on before. Let me tell you, my father will show me how to use it. Oh, wow.
Flashing.
Wow. Look at my God. Let me tell you something about my daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, okay. 3 is the highest. Oh, look at, we lit.
Wow.
We lit. Come on.
Perfect.
What you mean? Goody.
Working at the pyramid?
Not working at the pyramid tonight, child. Okay, so
okay, yeah, there are some questions that we missed, and so I'm gonna say 2 at a time. So, what other countries in Africa do you want to visit, and is it just as expensive in Ghana? I think it's asking about Canada.
So, what other countries in Africa do I want to visit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to visit Kenya. I want to visit South Africa. I want to visit Nigeria, but with the right company, heavy on the right company. I want to also visit Zanzibar. I want to visit Senegal. I want to visit Rwanda, because I'm hearing Rwanda is like the Japan of Africa right now. Like, they're ahead of the game. Where else do I want to visit? I used to want to visit Egypt, but me hear said them Arab people, like, me not even know. I heard it's not safe for, like, but I mean, I can't be right. I can't be. I'm not sure if I'm right, but I'm hearing that Egypt is one of them things. So you kind of off. You might could skip it. Yeah, I feel like those are like the main places that I want to visit right now. I see everybody's in Benin right now. Don't you see?
Benin?
Yeah. Earn Your Leisure's over there. Sierra's over there. So Sierra's over there. But yeah.
Check it out.
Sierra's over there. Lauren Hill's over there. A whole heap of people over there.
So someone said, "Hi, Mrs. Kwakofi. What's the most thrilling moment from the traditional wedding? What have you learned as an Jamaican as an LA Jamaican bride?"
What was the most thrilling thing from the traditional wedding, and what have I learned as an LA traditional bride?
Yes.
So, I think the most, not the like dying child.
It's not the so the charger's right here too.
Oh, Benin's citizenship is popping right now. Yeah, the magi were like soup. I'm I'm tired. That's one thing that I'm kind of tired of African countries doing. The whole just giving away citizenship, like someone's a celebrity, so that now they have to have citizenship. Is like have a little bit of pride, man. Make people do something properly. Like I don't know, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Like I'm not saying make it hard, but like child, like can anybody just have U.S. citizenship? Like make it a little, the people just are walking out the country and just a tick, like just tick. No, African countries need to have a little more. But anyways, um, so what have I learned? What have I learned as an LA Jamaican bride? I think what I've learned the most as an LA bride is that family is so extremely important. And that
are you okay? Oh my gosh.
Is everything okay?
Aaliyah.
Guys, Aaliyah is being beaten up by the light bag. Aaliyah, are you okay?
Yeah, this is
you're just a little short. Oh, you know what? That heavy thing, that's actually a big light that Crystal has in her hand.
Oh.
So bring the bag too. The bag too. Yes. That or
these are two tripods.
Oh, maybe it's not the same.
Oh, thing. It's probably in the electronics bag.
There's gotta be some type of light in there. Something.
Or should you say Daddy's
So yeah, that family, and I think I've always known that family was important, but there's an order in which things go, and I think we have like, oh yeah, like even the concept of like eloping and just going and getting married without your family, like now I understand why that's just kind of can't be in African families, and especially like Ghanaian and Ewe families, because it's like family is so much a part of marriage. Like in no world is it just you and your husband. Like you are 150% marrying this man and his family. And that whole selfish Western way of being, where we think it's just us and like F everybody else, it's just us against the world. It's like, except no, not over here, And I think that that's beautiful, and some people don't like that, but I'm blessed enough to be a part of a family that is amazing, so I don't mind it so much. Community is super important, and like it takes a village. But if you're too busy saying, oh, F everybody, it's just me and my man, me and my husband, when do you get to experience that village? So that's what I've learned. And I think one of the most like amazing moments was when we were coming down the stairs and we were getting the girls in line to lead me out to walk to bam bam.
Oh my god!
What's up, bam 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 bam? Like that will live in my memory forever. I haven't even like started to share all of that with TikTok. I'm gonna start a series from the beginning to the end on TikTok very, very soon. You guys are the first ones to truly experience it in its fullness and its rawness. And they probably won't get everything that you guys have gotten, but like I can't wait to share those moments with the world, because right now it's like our kind of little secret, like our community's little secret. And that was just, and I just love that you guys got to see that. I love that you guys got to experience that, the rush of it all, the let's go, it's time to get out there. Like that was iconic. And I just love that I was able to truly infuse my Jamaican culture into it, because there was a point in time where people were like acting as if that was going to be impossible. And it's like, as a Jamaican, anyone who's Jamaican knows that like there is no world where we back off who we are. Anyone who loves us has to know that we are proud and we are like loud about who we are. And I just love that I was able to somehow blend the two while still giving reverence to the Ghanaian culture and Ewe culture. I think we did that.
Yeah,
I think we did that.
You did that nicely.
Thank you.
It was very smooth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Unana final light.
The traditional was my favorite.
The
Favorite part of the wedding, traditional.
You can't find that square. Like you have, remember that one when we were cleaning up and you're like, I don't want to lose this and I don't want to break it.
Where is it?
It's not in the bag anymore. So did you use it?
No.
It's not there. So
that's really annoying.
You can charge this one for about 5 minutes.
Can you guys see me? You guys see me?
Charge it for 5 minutes.
Thanks, guys. You're saying that I think Jamaica and Ghana is Jamaica. Yes. I mean, they definitely have their differences, but they definitely have their similarities as well too.
So there's
you both represented so well. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So I have a bunch of questions here on Instagram, and I feel like I have to answer them. I was thinking that we were only going to be on here for an hour, but I feel like, would I be me if I didn't spoil you guys a bit? So I'm not going to lock off this thing in 3 minutes like I had thought. Maybe we'll go for another half an hour. Okay, this light can go on. It's a little bit of a yellow light, but oh dear. This is really ghetto. Next live, guys, it'll be way better.
We're fine.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Technical.
We're family.
Just kind of.
Yeah, we're family, right? You guys.
A little close here.
Oh, no, not judge me.
No.
Try to give me a glass of wine before you knock it over. Thanks.
Okay, let's try. I think it's for
maybe another hour.
Not who said for maybe another hour?
Just for the vibes.
Another hour for the vibes?
Go with the vibes. Maybe another hour.
Go with the vibes. You see or no?
But the hour went by quick.
Yeah, because things go by fast when you're having fun.
Yeah.
That's why. I'm so happy that you guys are in here. I'm obsessed with you guys. Do you guys know that? I don't think you guys know that. I feel like I tell you guys in the vlogs, and I think you guys maybe think that I'm just being whatever. First of all, if there's anybody who's in this chat who's not subscribed to the channel,
what is he doing?
What are you doing?
And thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Like this. Go and like this video as much as you possibly can. There's only 80 likes in here, and there's 170 people watching my face. So and not liking? Is this, guys, I can only be on here giving you guys as much as I can if you show YouTube that you care enough about my stuff. Okay? So I love you. Love me back. Love me back. Please like this video, like this video, like this video, like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Every video that you ever watch, please give it a thumbs up. Don't ever forget. Thank you. It's going up. We're at 101 now. Thanks, guys. It should match 172. 72 on a road. And if you're watching it on the TV, go on your phone right now, open up something and like the video. Thank you.
Okay, everybody. And if you have not watched Sasha's latest vlog, just a few days ago. Yeah. It's not too late. Once we're done the live, the excitement doesn't have to end. You can head over to the previous video that she posted.
You hear what she said?
Watch that.
You hear what she said? She said, go after the live, go and watch the videos.
What is his accent?
You smell sweet. What did you just say?
One thing about Aaliyah, she's gonna be in my room and spray out all my perfumes. All of a sudden we're smelling fragrance. This girl. This girl.
What is it?
Spraying
all your sprays. What is it?
I don't know. It's probably the If You Musk.
Yeah.
Yes. See?
This is...
If You Musk.
Okay, you have some good questions here. And then you have some, depending how deep you want to go. Some of these I do feel like you answered in a previous video.
Come, Crystal.
So, some of these I think you answered in a previous video, but there's some really good ones here. So, is life what you expect it to be at 35 years old?
Wow. That's a great question. Is life what I expected it to be like at 35 years old? In some ways, it's more than what I expected. But in some ways, it's not what I expected. When it comes to it being not what I expected, like I truly thought that I would have the wraparound condo by now. Huge, overlooking the city lights, or like maybe I even thought that I don't think I would say that I thought I'd be a millionaire, but maybe I thought that, no, I never thought that. I'm not even gonna say that. I've never really I've always just wanted to be financially well, and my biggest priority has always been making sure I wanted my parents to be okay. I wanted them to be financially okay because I grew up seeing them struggle a lot. And so all that I ever pondered on was, how am I going to make money so that they could be okay? And I didn't know at what point in my life that was going to be, but God is so good. We started Daddy's Kitchen and it freed them up financially. So that has been achieved. So that is like probably one of my biggest goals of my lifetime achieved. Of course, I want more for them, but I never thought that I was actually going to be it's not that I didn't think I was going to be successfully able to do it, but I just didn't realize when it was going to happen. And then it happens, and so now that I can see them rest and be okay and not struggle from month to month, I'm like, wow, Sasha, that one thing that you were worried about in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8 that you were writing into your diary about, you did it. You're 35 and you did it. And so now I also don't have that home for myself. Like me and my husband have a home, yes, because my husband had a home before I met him. But we have dreams and we have things that we have to go after now. And so in a way, it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it's also so much more because I feel so fulfilled inside. Though I feel stressed from time to time about what's next and what I'll do and how we can continue and how can we grow things and whatever, I still feel wow, oh my gosh, my parents are resting and they can go and they can enjoy their life and they can do, and that's been my number one goal my whole life. So yeah, I hope that answers that.
Yeah. So how did you manage long distance dating?
How did I manage long distance dating?
Yeah, let's know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah. You want long distance dating? So how did I? These girls back here, them want to do long distance dating. For soon, we're gonna talk about their experience in Ghana, okay, and how them come back and as they have suitors, okay, you guys, they have suitors. All right, we'll talk about that after. So I don't really manage it because I love long distance dating. The reason why I always loved long distance dating is because I like being able to go back to having my own time. I am very much I need my own space. And so in dating, for me, it's nice to be able to have this relationship with this person, but also have this space to myself to kind of just do my thing. Because when you are running so many things, you have businesses, you're doing all this stuff, sometimes it's kind of hard to also, be physically there all the time for somebody else. And men are needy, they're needy. So and so are women, but hey, how it goes. So I don't think it was really hard for me. Like, if you're someone who if you're one of those people who are like, I'm burning for you, I need you by my side at every moment, and there's some people who are like that, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. If you know that about yourself, I don't know if you can't angle long distance, because it gets hard sometimes. It's not to say that I didn't miss my man. Of course, the minute I leave him, the minute I get on the plane, I miss him. But at the same time, I'm also like, this is a great time for me to reset. This is a great time for me to get in better shape. This is a great time for me to get all this business done. This is a great time for me to declutter. Like, I really admire and love my time by myself. I'm that kind of person. And so is my husband. So it works for us. Well, it used to work for us. I mean, now we're together, but when we were dating, it worked for us. Next question.
Okay, so
100. Hold on, pause. 193 of you are in here, but there's only 131 likes on the video. Like up the video, man. Like up the video. If you love me, like it up. Thanks. Next question.
Okay, so Sasha, how deep are you willing to go? I have a question here that you may or may not want to respond to.
Okay.
If you don't want to respond, just have another drink.
Okay.
What do you think about sex before marriage?
I said no. I said nothing was off limits when it came to the questions.
Oh, okay.
So I got to answer. What do I think about sex before marriage? So obviously we're not supposed to. And I know why we're not supposed to, because it's like, we know why we're not supposed to. Okay? I understand why. And I'm not going to say that you should end or you shouldn't. Based off of the Bible, if we're following the Bible, you shouldn't. Right? But I understand also the people who say you have to try the milk before you buy the cow, or something like that. Well, Crystal, I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying I understand people when they say that. Okay? Esther, flashbacks. Esther said we're not supposed to, but basically what? So it's wrong. At the end of the day, what God says is wrong is wrong. And there's a reason. He's protecting us, because enough of the time you end up giving away your tuntun, and then you don't even get to where you want to go anyways, right? But you know what? Being married to someone who you are not sexually compatible with, what a terrible thought, is all I'm saying. What a frightening thing for me.
Yeah. Even if you have the receipt, you can't return it.
Yeah. But I mean, divorce. So guys, this is a tough. I don't know. This question. I am not saying that. I'm not. I don't take it from me. Take the word. Okay, because one thing I know for sure is when you follow Christ, you can't go wrong. I'm just hoping that the man that you followed the right man, because this is the thing. People will pick a person for themselves. They won't allow God to pick the person for them, and then they will want to apply the rules to that person. And it's like, if it's not even the man that God wanted you to be with, now you're not having sex with him before, then things can go downhill. But if he's the man that God made for you, then, and you know this, then it should work out. because God is sick with it. He really is. He really, really, really is sick with it. And I feel like he is like the most creative above everybody. So if this is the person for you and you truly allowed God to give you this person and you didn't go pick this person based off, oh, because he's 6'6", or because he's fine, or because, but if this is the person that God truly made for you and you know because God is giving you all the signs, oh, this is a man of God, this is the person that, you know, this is the person who's holding me down in prayer, this is the person who's loving me like Christ loves the church, then the dick game is, it's gotta be popping, because God is wicked with it and God wants us to be pleasured and God wants our marital bed to be amazing. So I truly believe that the people who do it right, they get the true blessings. They get the true blessings if they do it right from start to finish. You get me? But if you're mixing your wants with what God says, that's when things start to get a little confusing. And then, you know, so do it right from the beginning, then you don't have to taste the milk of the calf before. But when you're leading yourself, then you want to taste the milk because you don't trust that God is really the one who picked the person for you. You feel me? And that's where the confusion starts to happening. And you know, confusion is not of God. God will make things clear. I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to talk my business or anything, but I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect person, and I'm working on being perfect or whatever. I personally, I feel like I had to try to milk a little bit. I had to try to milk. I'm just gonna say I had to try to milk. But I asked God for forgiveness already. So if you're judging me, judge your mother. No, it's the truth. Because don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I already talked to Jesus about it. And then bless me after. It happened before all of the blessings came. So I think God already forgave me for it. And he's made it very clear that he has. Because the way he blessed me, wow. I cannot deny, you know. What about if he had a wooden leg? I don't think I would judge. I don't think I would judge because I'm a lover girl. Okay, if I love you and if you love me, I feel like I would overlook a wooden leg.
You wouldn't overlook the.
Don't play.
Oh, Aaliyah wouldn't overlook a wooden leg. Aaliyah is very into, you gotta look like this, you gotta look like this, you gotta look like this. Your head can't be ball out.
No! Oh my God.
You need to have hair.
With Joey T.
You need to have the. This is Aaliyah. Why is everybody bald? Okay.
Like, what's it on? And I feel like
she feels like all the man them in Ghana are bald. Them head ball out.
Nothing's wrong with a bald man.
There's nothing.
Yeah. You keep on a look big man. By the time you see that, by the time you look the big man, them ear gone. Okay, that's what you get. Look at your age mates. All right, yeah.
Okay, so
get back in here.
Someone wants to know, due to circumstances financially, long distance, what is considered too long for a proposal / marriage?
So sorry. So I said, no bald head to Aaliyah thing. I'm weak.
She's so immature.
Yeah, she's 26. She's 26. So she's not like, you know, I'm a good 10 years her senior. So I'm, you know, I expect her to be a little more on that side. So, and she's not a Ghana 26. She's a Western world 26.
Not too much now.
She's a Canadian 26. Okay. So, you know, that's two completely different age brackets. So sorry, the question was,
due to circumstances financially, long distance, what is considered too long for a proposal / marriage?
Due to financial.
So it sounds like they want to get married, but due to
what's too long? What is too long to wait for a proposal?
Because they're long distance.
I don't think I can answer that question for you, but it is a great question. Um, the answer to that is, what is too long for you? Because I think a lot of the time we give it to other people to decide whether or not and when and all that stuff. And I feel like women need to be more forthcoming and upfront about their standards and boundaries. I'm not interested in being your girlfriend for more than 3 years. Or I'm not interested in being your girlfriend for more than 2 years. I'm interested in you. I can see us going this place, but I don't think that I'm going to be here for 5 years. Um, Now, don't get me wrong, because when I was dating, when Joey and I were dating, I was not like I was not headed in the marriage direction. When we met, I still thought I had some more a couple boyfriends before that. Now, actually not a couple boyfriends, but like I just thought I was gonna like date around a little bit more. I knew that the next boyfriend that I said I was gonna call my boyfriend would be someone that I thought would be my husband, right? But I still felt like I was gonna like date around, etc. But if you knew, like, I feel like if I knew that, okay, perfect example. I said to him though, when he was pursuing me, I said to him, hey, I don't want to be your girlfriend right now because I know that the next man that is going to be my boyfriend will be my husband. So when he was like, no, I want you to be my girlfriend. I want you to be my girlfriend. I want you to be my girlfriend. I said, no, no. I said no for 6 months because that was my boundary. My boundary was, when I do make you my boyfriend, it's because I see that you can be my husband. And I feel like when it comes to like wanting to be married and stuff, you have to be the same way. You have to be like, tell these guys, you think that you're going to sit down with me for the next 3 years? No, this is your deadline, you know? But don't get me wrong, in the same breath, I've seen girls rush a man to marriage. And if the man is not trying to marry you, my girl, you can't rush him. You cannot rush him. Why rush someone who's going to, that person's going to give you hell? I personally think that that person eventually is going to give you hell, unless he's like the type of person who is just going to like, because I've seen some men who they let their women just run the thing. If that's the type of guy you're with, then okay. But I believe that it's important that the man be ready, and I believe that it's important that he want to marry you the most. That's just me. I don't know if that was a good answer, but that's how I feel.
Okay.
Sasha, how long were you with your husband before he proposed? Officially, we had dated for 7.5 months before he proposed. So 8 months. Yeah, about 8 months before he proposed. But we had been in conversation, like we spoke to each other every single day for like a year and want to say 4 months. But I remember I said that it took me 6 months to say finally yes, that I would be his girlfriend. And then 7 months after that, he proposed.
Wow. Well, look at life.
Look at life. And I have no regrets. I'm so glad I said yes to that, man. I can't believe I was about to run him away. I can't believe that about myself. I can't.
I can't. Everything happens for a reason. Okay. How have you stayed faithful in major transitions that God has taken you through? If not too personal, what was the transition or healing you needed to do, and how did you get through to this point? So I'll read it again. It's kind of a layered question. How have you stayed faithful in major transitions that God has taken you through? What was the transition or healing you needed to do? And how did you get through to this point?
Paraphrase it. My ADHD brain.
Okay, so how have you been able to stay faithful in God all throughout the transitions you've done recently? Like, so your life has changed quite a bit over the last few years. How have you been able to remain faithful to God?
So, how have I been able to remain faithful to God through all of the transitions in my life? I am nothing without God. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but there is no me without God. I don't want to do life without God. I don't want nothing that God doesn't want from me. The only thing that I want is what God wants from me. I am God, God is me. So there's no trying to remain faithful because it's like a default. It's like that is who, like, it is my DNA. It is my DNA. God is my DNA. Like, there is no, I don't have to go and channel God in order to get through things because God is with me. God is me. Like, God is a part of who I am. Point blank, period. I don't debate about who thinks I'm with God. I don't care about what people think when it comes to me, my relationship with God, because I feel God so deeply. And I always have since I was young, that there's no world where we are separate. There's no world where we are separate. Even if I was flat on my face with nothing, I know that the only thing that I have here is God. So when people ask me, like, how do you like channel God, and how do you get through, like, all of these transitions? God never leaves my side. I'm just riding the waves with him. That's it. That's it. There's no, we're like this. And when we're going through things, it's like this. And if it's down, we're going down together. And if it's going up, we're going up together. Like, that's the best visual that I can give you. I don't have to go draw for God. God is here right now. Hopefully you understand me. And it's like, I don't know. It's just my being. He never leaves. He never leaves. God is so great. He's just so awesome. He's like my skin. So, yeah. Sorry. I hope that answered the question. I know that you're probably expecting something else, but it's like I don't want to pretend like I know how to tell you how to get here, but I know that speaking to God and asking God to just be all about you, and so that you can be all about God, is probably the best way to have him be in your life. Like, I tell God all the time, I don't want nothing that you don't want from me. I don't want nothing. There's nothing I see out there, not a single thing that entices me more than whatever it is that I know God has up his sleeve for me. I don't want none of it. I don't want to live nowhere where God doesn't want me to live. I don't want to wear nothing God don't want me. I don't want, like, and if God convicts me about it, the minute I know, like, maybe someone else will see something on me and think it's not right. But it's like the minute God nudges me, because I know I have God, I know God will nudge me in the time that he wants to nudge me. And that's why I am so confident in my life and the way that I move, because, and my decisions. And if something fails, I don't even think of it as a failure, because I'm like, okay, God wants me to go in this direction instead. So, yeah.
Amen.
Do you think you will be a stay-at-home mom? Mm, well, like, so, yeah. Yeah. All of my jobs, whatever jobs I have, I'll be able to do it from home. But, yeah, I want to be a stay-at-home mom for the most I could possibly be. I don't want to be away from my children. I want to be there with them growing up. Sorry, go ahead, Crystal.
I lost the question.
It's
Oh,
okay.
no, you answered that one already. You said how long you guys were.
Did you have one from here?
Yeah, some of those we actually already answered. Is Crystal next? We're praying on it. And
It's Crystal next. Yeah, we're definitely praying on Crystal being next.
What are your top 5 favorite spots in Ghana?
What are my top 5 favorite places in Ghana?
So
Spots in Ghana. Top 5. Here what. I'm gonna give you my top 3, because I'm actually working on a digital product right now, because so many of you have asked me over the years to give you a plan of all the places to go in Ghana. And I'm going to be making it available. It'll be in all my links so that you guys can purchase it. It won't be expensive. It'll be something probably like $20, but it will have everything, like from my drivers to the places that I've stayed to my favorite lounges to the best places. It'll even have a list of places that did me dirty so that you can avoid wasting a day of your two week vacation when you come over. It'll have everything. It's a couple pages. I'm literally designing it as we speak. Once and for all, because you guys have been asking me for years. So I won't give you 5, but I'll give you my top 3. Top 3 spots in Ghana. One, I would say, is Sandbox. Sandbox Beach Club. Vibey. Yo, if you want to go with your girls or go with whoever, you want to go around sunset, especially on a Sunday when the DJ's there and you overlook into the water and the ambiance is just set. The bites are good. Food is good. Like, it's just such a beautiful place. If you're a picture taker, if you're someone who just wants to lay out and have the breeze of the ocean, it is just chef's kiss. So I would say Sandbox. But there are other beach clubs that I love as well, but Sandbox is definitely one of them. Another spot that I love, I'm going to plug in Rose Garden. Rose Garden is the best brunch, in my opinion, when it comes to in Accra. I feel like they have a good crossover of like our Western expectations with a touch of Ghana as well. The portion sizes are great. The prices are not through the roof like a lot of the restaurants in Ghana have gotten over the last couple years. And there's just so many options. And again, it's another aesthetically beautiful place. So if you like pink and you like flowers and you like places to take photos, Rose Garden, chef's kiss. Another place and the final place that I would say is a good spot, I'm going to say Republic. Republic is a great place if you want community, if you want to meet new people, if you want to be outside in the vibe and really just catch, vibes and people. Would you guys say Republic?
Yeah, Republic was nice.
Republic.
And
yeah.
Isn't it on certain days they have certain things?
Yeah. So Crystal didn't like Republic because we made. If you didn't watch the episode, we made her try the ginger shot, and her little body couldn't take it. So she's thinking about Republic for that. They're known for the ginger shots. If you're ever sick and you need that sickness to dip out of your body, take that ginger shot at Republic.
My body started to act
so, right now, when is the best time to travel to Ghana? Best time to travel in Ghana, maybe I would say but in regards to what, like weather, like fun, like do you want to have a lot of fun? Do you want to be around a lot of people? Do you want to party a lot? Do you want it to be more chill? Do you want the weather not to be so hot? Would you prefer it when it's cool? Like, let me know, because then I can tell you what time of year is best to go.
So someone asked, when will the bloopers video be completed? And they asked 2 questions. And since mentioning Daddy and Mommy have been together for 42 years, will you do an anniversary party vow renewal?
Aww, an anniversary party vow renewal. Yeah, we've been thinking about something like that. So yeah, 42 years Mommy and Daddy have been married for this year. I don't know, because we had a wedding, like, it's hard, guys. Financially, you just have to be smart with everything. And I don't know, a part of me is like, I don't want to use their money for their own party, But we'll see. I want to do something for them, but I would love for everybody else to put their hands and heart together and not leave it on me. Because they have more kids. They do. I know sometimes you guys wonder, but they do. They've got 3 more. Yeah. So
how do you deal with mosquitoes?
How do I deal with mosquitoes? Mosquitoes never bite me in Ghana. Rarely. Probably like I don't really have issues with mosquitoes in Ghana.
I didn't really have issues.
I only have like one mosquito, which I was surprised.
I feel like I just.
Yeah, Aaliyah had one, and she was there for a month.
Which is surprised because here they eat me up here.
But in Toronto, in Canada, they bite me up everywhere.
Yeah, they bite me up.
Yeah.
Jamaica,
like even last night, they were trying to bite my ass up. But
the picnic? We came up from the picnic. Did you guys have any mosquito bites from the picnic?
Oh yeah, I did.
I had better.
Yeah, Ghana, and I don't know. They don't bite me in Ghana. I don't know. Maybe your blood is sweet, baby. Esther.
Okay, so another one from Instagram. As Ghana is your new home, do you plan on buying a house in Canada or in the USA?
None of the above. Canada or the USA?
Yeah.
No.
Canada or the USA.
We have no plans to buy in Canada or the USA.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Would you consider doing a sit-down video Q&A with Joey?
I thought about that today. I would just have to warm him up. My husband is not a social media person. And to be very honest, I don't want to push him to be that either. This is my job. And I know how terrible online can be sometimes. And I can take that because I've been in this space for over 15 years. So I can tell people to screw off and go on about my day. But I don't know what that might materialize to him mentally. And I have to protect him because he's my baby. And I'll get really irate if people start trying him, you know? So, I mean, I think I may do a 1-2 thing here and there, but I don't want to make it a habit is what I'm saying.
So that kind of ties into this question. How does your husband feel about your influencer lifestyle?
How does my husband feel about my influencer lifestyle?
Yeah.
Well, he met me as an influencer, and he asked to marry the influencer. So that's how he feels about that.
He asked to marry Sasha Gay, and Sasha Gay happens to be an influencer.
Yeah. Right. Like I happen to be an influencer. He knew what my job was. And I think he likes it. He loves that I have influence. He loves that my community, loves me and that I love my community. He loves that it's a healthy community. And he's so encouraging. Like, you know, he supports me when I ask him for help in the ways that he can help me. He definitely helps me. And he gives me ideas and sends me things sometimes. He's a sweetheart. Like, he knew what I was. He knew what I did. He's so supportive. He's super supportive. And he's never made me feel like, oh, I need to stop doing this or stop doing that or whatever. He's never been like that. And I wouldn't put up with that either. I wouldn't marry someone who, I wouldn't marry someone who was going to try and change those things about me.
So someone asked, can I ask a question about when you won the 100,000?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have people thinking that you should now pay for everything or treat you differently because your finances changed?
So when I had won the 100K from the competition with Shein, some of you guys maybe don't know that, but yeah, I did. Years ago, like we would go to dinner and then like I realized like people would assume that, oh, like you're gonna pay, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it's bright, but people do it a lot. People did it a lot. People still do it till this day. And I have to get comfortable. Right. After taxes, thank you. But you know what I realized? A lot of people are not used to having, and not just a lot of people, even me. Not a lot of people are used to having money, so they didn't realize how small 100K actually is. They're just thinking like $100,000, like that's a lot of money, like, you know. And like once all those things are done, taxes take away, all kind of things, and that's 10K 10 times if you're lucky, right? And look how fast we can blow through 10K right now, you know. So yeah, like, yeah, people definitely, you know, ask to borrow or just assume that you're going to take care of the bill, turning their head when the bill comes around. Uh,
Right.
I don't even know what to say about that, but yeah, and you know what? I felt like at the time, like I just sucked it up and like would pay. But now I realize that when people do it, because I think also a lot of people know that I'm a giver. Um, and so they took advantage of that because I do love to treat my people and I do love to, if I have it, I love to make sure they're okay and blah, blah, blah. But sometimes people take advantage of that. And now, like, I've trained myself to sit in that awkward silence. So it's like if you're gonna sit here and say nothing now that the bill is here, I'm also gonna sit here and say nothing. When before I'd be like inside, I'd be like, Sasha, grab the bill, just pay for the bill. They're waiting for you, just pay for the bill. And now I'm just like this too.
Yeah.
How are we splitting it? How are we splitting it? Cause hello? Like you don't even know if I had won the 100K and you didn't know if I was in 50K worth of debt. You don't know what I've had to do to, like, you know, you didn't know how I had to spend that money. You think that's gonna last forever and ever, amen? Like, come on. But hey, I saw it go. What time is it in Canada? It is almost time to come off of this live. It's 9:36 and we've been on live for an hour and 36 minutes. Maybe we'll just go to the 2 hour mark.
Okay.
And
yeah, we have some more questions.
We have some more questions. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that will take us to that time.
You spoiled us, Sasha. I try to spoil you guys. I try. I really do. I try.
So, what gave you reassurance that you weren't being used for papers when dating abroad? I'm glad somebody asked this question.
Good question. What gave you the assurance that I wasn't being used for papers when I was dating abroad? What I tell you, I know it's going to sound corny, but baby, you need God on your side. You need God on your side. When you do things by yourself, you will lead yourself astray. Any other time that I have let myself lead or just whatever and not consulted God about things, I have almost fallen into the claws of foolishness. Guys, someone else proposed to me before. I was gonna get married to this person, live a life with this person. I've dated other guys who Crystal.
That was at
Crystal's like, y'all don't even know. Yeah. Not every guy that I've dated, you guys publicly know about, you know? And I'm always a long distance shawty because I don't relate to anybody over here. The guys over here, you know, first of all, black and plus size, that's a big word for Elmo. Okay? Those are two big words for Elmo. Like that's a lot for them to wrap their mind around. So truly, I prayed and God was just like, because I was consulting God in everything, like God would just give me signs of clarity. Like there was no, like, of course there were moments where I was like, no, I need to make sure that this is not da 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 da, and you know, I want to make sure blah blah blah. But God was just always making it so clear with his actions and with what was happening that this was not just your average situation or whatever it may be. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you feel it and you know it, you know?
From the outside looking in, you can just see a difference. I don't know, like when you start to pray to God about somebody and you meet someone for the first time, you can just tell there was a difference from what I saw from Joey and the previous men in Sasha's life. There was just something different, and I really just think it was God's presence in Joey that just stood out. You can just tell.
So, okay, sorry, someone couldn't hear the question. The question was basically, how did I know that I wasn't getting used for papers? And then, so I just gave you the spiritual side of it. I just knew that, like, God was just like, and I'm a little strict. I'm a little strict. I ask questions and I don't leave things to like, oh, I'm not sure. Da, da, da. I turn over the rug. I flip the couch. I like, you know what I mean? I'm that type of person. In a very sweet way, right? I'll do my work. But if I take it away from the spiritual side of it, because maybe you're trying to figure out if your person is using you, there's never a way to know. You'll never know. You'll never know until you know. Even me. Like, who's to say that Joey doesn't switch up on me next month or next year, and then suddenly I feel like suddenly I find out that this whole time it's been a scam. You'll never know. You'll never know until you know. But the difference between me and a lot of other people is, okay, I'm not frightened for left a boy. A lot of people, and I say this all the time, a lot of people are so scared because they can't imagine having to go through this. My thing is, I'm a restart queen. I have this one life that God has given me, and no boy is gonna make me feel like I have to sit into any type of life that is less than what I deserve because I got married to him in front of this people and this amount of people. Never. My life is worth more than that. My life is worth more than every episode I shared, every circumstance, every family outing, every blah blah blah. I don't care who feel it, who thinks I should stay, who thinks whatever it might be. I always told myself I will choose myself every time. I will take up, even if I have kids, I will take up my kids and go about my business. As long as I have my 2 foot to walk and I have a brain to think and I can remember that God has a plan for my life, for me to live well and have life more abundantly, I'm never going to sit in the presence of a man who's going to disrespect me, cheat on me, lie to me, all these types of things. That's not my portion in this life. I can do bad by myself, and I would rather live a life single, free and happy than be subject to a life where I know that someone swindled me and I'm staying here because I'm afraid to be alone, and then I'm not afraid to be alone. No, because with God I am never alone. With Christ I am never alone. And we have communities, we have family. Romantic love is not the only love that exists. There is platonic love. Look at my best friend right behind me. Me, oh, got my best friend. Me lie down in the bed with my little tiny best friend if that's what I need to do to feel better about myself. This life is not just for romantic love. You can love yourself even more. So that's that on that.
So someone wants to know, did you have to cut any family or friends off during the wedding process? My BFF.
I don't think they can hear you up there. Come down here.
Oh, sorry.
It's because of the fan.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So did you have to cut any family or friends off during the wedding process? My BFF had to cut off a few people. Sad, during the most special moment in your life, people show you who they are.
So did I have to cut off anybody during the wedding process? So no, I didn't have to cut off anybody through the wedding process, but some people cut me off. Yeah, weddings and funerals show you who people are. Luckily for me, everybody always compliments me on my circle of people. Aaliyah even says it all the time. Aaliyah always says it all the time. She's like, wow, like your people, my mom will say it, like random people will say it. They'll be like, yo, I just sat with your crew of people and like they're all so different. They look different. They're from different cultures, different backgrounds, different sexual orientations, different whatever. But they are all such deeply outstanding beings. I have curated the people around me. Like, I do not put up with bullshit. I don't. I'm not interested. I have ADHD. My attention span is very short, and I need people who understand that about me, also love me through it, but also um are just kind people for real. Kind people for real and thoughtful people for real. Like, I need that. And so I was saying this all to say that, what was I saying this all to say? What was the question again? ADHD.
Do you have to cut off any?
Oh yeah, so I didn't have to cut off anyone because my people were there. My people showed up. Look at how you guys were so obsessed with Mo. You guys are always obsessed with everybody. You love Michael, you love Crystal, you love Aaliyah, you love Mo. And you guys, and I see you guys in droves talking about these people individually. Why do you think you feel that way? Because these are people who I have said, yeah, this person is my speed. This person is beautiful. This person is, I just love them. They love me, and they can be around my family. Like, these are my people. So I didn't have to cut anyone off. But when I did announce that I was getting married, I did have a 1-2 friend who cut me off, unfollowed me, stopped talking to me. Even up until the other day, I'm gonna go to one event down here in Toronto, and I saw her at the event, and she's avoiding me, just walking past me, avoiding me. I remember right after I had announced that I was getting married, literally, this is someone who I supported, like rolled with deep, okay? Like, she was in Ghana too. Like, we spoke before she even went to Ghana. Like, we would speak about it. And then eventually I came over to Ghana. When she was doing her thing, I would be supporting her or whatever. Like, I, stayed by her home. Like, we talked for years. We've known each other for years. When I announced that I was getting married to my Ghanaian husband, when me said the girl locked me off, okay? Random. Like, I was like, what the hell? I was even going to ask her to actually do something for my wedding because she has a certain job. So I was actually going to hire her. I was trying to put money in her pocket because I wanted to prioritize her over anybody, right? Me like when me find out, she unfollow me. So I was like, maybe this was a mistake or something. I went to this party, and when I tell you, I turned my head. Somebody told me something. I was outside of the party. Something told me to turn my head, and I see her walking up, and me and our eye make four. We're looking at each other straight in the eyes. You know, the girl put her head down and walk past me. Me say, wow, a woman do so. Like, I'm telling you, like, people.
That's so weird.
It's so weird. Like, it's so right. And the thing about it is, like, that's okay for me. The reason why it's okay for me is because that's not something normal that happens to me. You know what I mean? Like, I usually have like really great people around me. So I love when people kind of fall off on their own. God does the work for me. I never have to go through no big nothing with nobody. She eliminated herself, maybe because she knew. Sometimes people pull away because they know how they're talking about you too. You know what I mean? They know what they're saying about you. And sometimes people want things in their life and they can't understand why it's not happening for them. And it never dawns on them that because they're bad mind, that they're not blessed in areas that other people are being blessed in. Until you can free your heart and until you can get to the point where you are happy for people despite your time not being there yet, you will always be wondering why, and you'll be always locking off this person and locking off that person out of bad mind and jealousy. But yeah, I saw it go sometimes. But yeah, so that's the only thing that ever happened. And I think I have one friend who I'm still trying to figure things out with. She feels like life is different for me because I'm married now, and it's like, yeah, it is, babe. It is. And I hate when people try to make it seem like and this isn't someone who's super close. This is someone from my when I was much younger who came back around. But like, I hate when people are like, oh, like, it shouldn't be different just because you're married. Babe, it is going to be different. It is going to be different. When you do marriage right, it is different. And I just got married. So let me find my footing. it's not about you. It's not about you right now. You know what I mean? And some people have a really hard time, like just allowing people to work on their, what it's like or whatever. It's like, baby, it is different. And I know that you don't feel like it should be different, but it is different. When you get married, your husband is your priority. And I know it sounds crazy to people and feminism and da da da, but the reality is if you're following the Bible, it is. And I have so many friends that are married, but I've never made any of them feel a way like they had to choose me or their husband. Like, girl, let's sit down. Sit down. I meet you next week for the lunch. Jesus.
Okay. So someone asked, Sasha, was the visa process for Joey seamless? Asking as I'm going through the visitor visa with my hubby. So was the visa process for Joey seamless?
Was the visa process for Joey seamless? Yeah. Yeah. He had everything that he needed and they said, "Come on down, brother." It was meant to be. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, we had no issues. And these are like signs and things that I feel like, and this was before we got married. So he didn't need to be, we weren't married before Joey was visiting Toronto. Joey visited my family before we got married. And yeah, like, and these were signs for me. I feel like just things were just moving so perfectly. And I felt like, so when people are like, "Oh, you married him? Are you sure he did it?" He was already off of his own merit. Canada said, "Come." You feel me? So when I saw that too, it's like God is so clearly just like making it so clear that we're fine, we're okay, and that He doesn't need me to be here. So I think it was seamless. Now, a lot has changed since then. I know a lot has changed for immigration. Um, and I can't pretend like I know a lot about that. No, Joey's here. He's just outside of the room. Aaliyah, tell him he can come in if he wants to come in. He's going to be like, no. He was sleeping? He's outside of the room. He's just leaving. He's just giving us our girl privacy.
So there's two questions that are similar, so I'm going to group them together, and this might take us to the hour. Any tips on how to choose friends? How do you find your tribe? I find it hard in my late 30s.
How do you find your tribe? I find it hard in my late 30s. That's hard because I have had a lot of my tribe since before I turned 30. So many of these people in my life have been with me for nearly the last 10 years and some more. Someone else had asked, how do you make friends in Ghana, right? I think I saw that question. So maybe I'll carry both of these in. Okay. I think it's I'm not saying it's hard to make friends in Ghana, but I think it's trickier because, culturally we're different, but at the same time, I feel like it's easier for me to make friends with other diasporans or people who are also from outside. I feel like we recognize each other and we connect with each other. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have my Ghanaian friends. Like, I have my friends who are like Ghanaian, have always lived in Ghana, etc. But I feel like I've met them through somebody else. I think the best way to meet them, like to meet your Ghanaian tribe, is to meet people at certain events, like go to diaspora events, etc., all that stuff. And then your friends who are from Ghana, or meet their friends who are from Ghana and see if you gel, and go out with them and spend time with them and see if you gel. And then because that's how me and Adra became friends. Like, me and Adra became friends because she was Eve's friend, and she's a Ghana girl, like born and raised never left the country. Um, and I love her and we relate so much, but I would have never known that if we didn't meet up through another mutual friend. Um, and then for my girl who's saying, in her late 30s, it's hard. I say go to events, like check out events, like check out like community events and stuff, and go and connect with people and spend time with new people and introduce yourself. I know it's random and it's hard sometimes, but listen, I see people be doing it. I even see people going on that Bumble date thing. Have you guys been seeing that? They have a friends Bumble, which I think is so cool. A friends Bumble.
Oh, okay.
So basically,
the other one.
No, Bumble, like the app, they have a friends version now, and you can like go to dinner with like 4 random people.
Oh, that Bumble, I thought it was something else. I think that's something else.
But okay, maybe there's more than one. There's more than Bumble. There's another thing too. So there's Bumble where you can go with one person, I think, and then there's other apps out there where you can go to dinner, make a reservation with like 4 other people.
But they still match you based on.
I think I'm actually gonna do that. Not that I necessarily need any more friends.
But I think that's cool.
But I think that's so cool.
Somebody told me that they tried and they liked it. It was cool.
Oh, someone said you need to do these lives more often. Oh. So you guys like it? You guys actually enjoyed? There's 210 of you watching my face, so and only 182 people like this video. We need to do a meet and greet. Someone said meet up. I know, we do. Can we have a lunch date with Sasha? Where are you, Roses? Where are you? Lunch date on live or like real lunch date? Tell me. What do you guys want to do? Tell me what you want to do. You guys, you're in the chat. You're watching. 210 of you are watching me right now. What's our plan? Like, as we wrap up this live, like, what's our plan? Like, what are we going to do? I know you guys said you want to do meet and greets in the States. You want to do meet and greets maybe in... Trixie said, see, you made it another hour. See? Maybe you want to do a lunch date. I would love to do a lunch date. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Yes, I know we want to do the Ghana trip. Yeah, I know we want to do the Ghana trip.
Wow.
I know. Guys, I think the Ghana trip, if we're going to do the Ghana trip is going to be 2026. It can't be 2025. Because you guys are underestimating just how much you need to get ready to go to Ghana. Okay? You need to have your money right. I'm not have it right. No, kind of. Everybody has to get their money right. I'm giving you guys a year to get your ticket money, all the things, so that when I drop the information, everybody's ready. Because that's the part that's stressing me out the most, is that I know, because I've had a wedding and because I've dealt with multiple people before when it comes to Ghana. It's like everybody has to be ready, set, go. Big people thing. It can't be no, I'm going to set up in a way where you guys can make a partial payment and then the final payment or whatever. Or what I was thinking of doing is allowing you guys to purchase your flights on your own, which I think is what I'm probably going to do. You guys are responsible for your flights, and then we work on like the itinerary when you arrive, right? So, well, if you guys come to Ghana, I can show you where I got my gold bangles, because some of you guys are asking me where I got my gold bangles. It's not from anywhere. It's from a man with 1 foot at the market. Okay?
Literally.
Like, is farting in bed acceptable? I mean, if you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person, it better start being acceptable. I still run out of the room and fart, though. And Joey thinks I'm really ridiculous for that.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you off
of what's the average amount you should save? Guys, what's the average amount you should save?
Wow. I think I need to go back and see how much I really spend, because I've been scared. But I feel like, okay, how long though?
I would say 2,000.
I was going to say 5.
2,000 for what, Crystal?
If you're spending a month in Ghana,
you can't even go to Jamaica for $2,000.
Okay, let's say the flight's already bought.
I'm thinking spending money.
Spending money, I would say 4 to 5.
No, I don't think it'll be more than 10K, guys. But 10 to have 10K, that means you're having your way when you're in Ghana.
Yeah.
If you have 10K,
but it also depends. Remember when they're going, because you said that to December a little bit more.
No,
money.
10K, no. I'm not trying to break your pocket, guys, like that.
No, but depends when you're gonna do it.
Okay,
like
so
that's December time.
The flight is already bought. Are we just talking spending money?
No. Like, how much should they save overall for like their ticket? I think they're thinking about ticket, stay,
Airbnb.
like
that depends
Airbnb.
on time they're traveling.
Depends on the time.
6,000.
Okay, question for you guys. Anybody who's in here right now. If we go to Ghana, do you want to go to Ghana in December, or would you prefer to go? I think 5K is a good budget, but would you prefer to go to Ghana in a time where it's not as busy? Because December is hectic. You can't get around as fast as you would get around. Like,
I'm
you know how
scared to try
when my
December.
family was here, they were here during February, March. Okay. I was able to do so much with them. And it's still very, very fun. Like, look, they low key don't even care to go in December because they feel like
I still want to experience December to say I experienced it. But if you're saying that was the off season, the February, March, it was still so much fun. Lit.
Yeah, they came in off season and they loved it. Okay. Now, I think people think that if it's not December, then it's going to be boring. No. No. That's not the case. In December, a lot of foreigners are there. So if you want to be around a lot of American people, a lot of US people, a lot of people who are not from there, then you go in December. Right? But if you want to live like Ghana lifestyle, Ghana partying, Ghana like whatever, without being upcharged an extra amount of money to get into a party because it's that's December, then you go outside of December. Ghana is a vibe all year round, just like Ray J said. Ghana is a vibe all year round. I think people think that December is the only time, but it's like if you want to be around foreigners, then December, and it's more expensive. So it's more expensive to get around in Ubers. It's harder to get around because of traffic. I'm not saying that it's not a good time. You definitely should experience it at one point in time. But if you really want to like truly experience Ghana, I personally feel like you don't need to do it in December. Off season is definitely more authentic. Definitely. Like if you're trying to figure out what it's like to live there, what it's like to be there, etc., you want to go off season.
You guys are sweating so bad. Yeah.
Oh, we were sweating like.
No, the hottest day was a traditional day.
Oh, the traditional? Oh, that day was hot as hell.
As soon as we hit that heat.
Yeah, because December, that's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. Because we're so used to December being a colder month, December, January, those months are hot as hell in Ghana. Hot. Okay, December and January. I remember when I first went to Ghana in 2021, I had never felt a heat so hot. Never felt a heat so hot in my life. Like hot. It's dry season. Sasha, you have Gen X and Millennial, and I'm sure some Gen Z. We don't all hang out the same way. Okay.
Oh, does she mean like having fun life?
Like having fun? I get it. Like I have an audience that's all different ages. All different ages. That's why I have to be really mindful of what the itinerary is like.
But then I feel like Crystal wasn't going out much, but Crystal still loves Ghana.
Right. Okay, so perfect example. So this one, always in Ghana, party, outside. This one outside, but cafe, poolside, vegan spot, walks, church, all that. So this is why I'm so excited to drop my Ghana guide, because it's gonna have so much. I think the average guide will have like all the restaurants and the clubs and mine's gonna have that, but it's gonna have even places, churches that I really enjoyed. that are more on the modern side or more on the less modern side. It's going to have places that I really would not recommend that you waste your time going to, because you're going to waste your time and your money. Places you want to braid your hair at, places you want to stay at, places you want to go to, just, a cafe, places where men who have money tend to stay at. The briefcase. Okay, all of that. Like, I've really been diving in here because I want you guys to be able to have a guide if you don't go with me, and be able to say, okay, today I'm gonna go and sit poolside at Kempinski because I'm trying to attract a baller, or maybe I want to go to Empowerment Worship Center because I really want to worship with a great community. Or today I really just want to feel like I'm in Jamaica, so I'm gonna go down to Republic, and I'm just gonna sit down, bun a spliff with my two people, and have a couple ginger shots. Or I mean, Republic, they be burning some spliffs. I mean, it's illegal over there, so don't do that. But in Republic, they be burning spliffs. I don't know what you're on to. Some people be doing that. Okay. Um, and with Crystal, like, she loves both of these two, they love a cafe vibe. So maybe we're gonna go to Jamestown and sit at this cafe, or maybe we're gonna go to Coco Eats. Coco Eats has better internet. Like, all of these things, I am giving it to you guys. So when Una gets it, yeah, you'll be able to, right. It'll be a damn good time. So I wish I had that when I first went. I didn't. I had to find out. I had to learn the hard way, but it's fine. Um, Sasha, I thank you for showing your wedding to us. It really blessed me a lot. Ghana looks beautiful. Oh, Ghana is beautiful. And I'm so glad that I was able to share the wedding with you guys. It was probably one of my best decisions. I remember before, I wasn't sure if I was going to share it all, but I truly believe that it was one of the best decisions that I've made, because I feel like when I see how people have been impacted by it, it's like so much, it's worth so much more than holding it and keeping it just to myself. Like, God was definitely glorified, and a lot of people were made to be renewed in how they felt about love and how they felt about letting God lead in that. So yeah, I'm happy. Um
Do you want to continue?
do you guys want to go right now, or do you want me to continue a little bit? At some point we have to stop. At some point we have to stop. Okay. Um yeah, September, November would give people enough time to save 7K, 5 to 7K. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Any questions there? Okay. Someone's asking, what happened at Afro Fest?
I'm already telling them what my Afro Fest. They ran us down. Basically, I don't know what truly happened, but long story short, there were two stampedes, and we were running. I only showed you guys one. You gotta watch the last episode. Watch the last episode, and you'll see what happened. Um, I guess people were, from what I heard after, was that kids were shooting each other with fireworks, and people thought it was a gunshot, and they started running, and then you know how it goes when hundreds of people are running at the same time. Yeah, but then a kid ended up dying. Not, I don't think there. I think around the corner at the McDonald's, like a 14-year-old kid who was at Afrofest before, and blah blah blah. I don't know. It's just foolishness. What I'm realizing in Toronto this year is that a lot of 14-year-olds seem to be running around with guns. The 14 seems to be the magical number, and I just can't be bothered, because if it's the 14-year-olds that are carrying the guns this time around, I gotta stay home. You know, I gotta stay home. But I'm glad that everybody's been having a great time at Caravana. They're saying how Caravana this year was like the best one since 2014, et cetera, et cetera. That's what I'm saying every year, though.
Okay, so someone said, I get scared to do so many things. How do you get over your fears and do it anyway? For example, you going to Ghana and staying there despite it being so new to you.
How do you get over your fears and just do it anyway? I want a full life. Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it. You do your research. Ghana is such a safe country. And I had experienced it with a friend first. And then I realized how safe it was. And I was like, oh, next time I go back, I'm going by myself. I'm fine. And every time after that, I've gone by myself. It's like you do your research, you do it well. Because, not every country you can go as a single woman, right? You need to do your research. But like, how do I do things? Like, I think about what life will be if I don't do it. And that's so boring. Like we have this one life to live. Go. Go on the trip, experience things, do different things, get on TikTok, see what people are saying about this area, see how they do, what their tricks and trades are, write it down, save the video, do the research that you need to do, and give yourself a chance to go, because traveling, it's like one of the only things that I recommend above everything. Because it opens your mind in a way that you don't even realize you need. Like traveling changes you. It changes who you are. It changes what you believe. It changes the way you see the world. It changes the way you see yourself. It changes the way you see your life. And until you start doing that stuff, especially even solo traveling, you will not even know. Like you'll just be like, oh, this is life and da da da, and this is whatever. Blah, blah. It was the same with Aaliyah, before she had come to Ghana, she didn't even have the interest really. She didn't even have the interest. And I was like, you need to free yourself from Brampton, because this is not life. Like the Bramley and Steels, that's not it that there is to life. You know what I mean? And we kind of drew her out, and she came to Ghana. And how do you feel now, Aaliyah?
She sent me off my first Uber the day after we landed.
Talk louder. Them can't hear you.
I just feel like it was such an amazing time. Like, can't wait to go back. I feel like it just freed up yourself. Like, Ubers are super safe there. Never felt uncomfortable. And yeah, we just had a good time. I did stuff by myself. Went out by myself.
Yeah, like I remember the first day we arrived, she had to go get her hair done. And me and Joey are in the bed. And she comes in.
Lesson.
20 minutes. She comes into our room. She knocks on our door in Ghana. She's like, she doesn't understand the money. She has the money in her hand. She doesn't understand what's what and how much is what. She doesn't want to get so. She's like, I have to do my hair and I have the appointment. Give her a 20-minute crash course. I said, Aaliyah, get in the Uber and go to the place and go do your hair. And she's like, just by myself? I'm like, yes, you can in Ghana. You can get in the Uber by yourself. And Joey was like, maybe just go with her. I said, no. We're going to send her in the Uber by herself, because the faster I can get her to realize that she can go as she pleases in Ghana, the better this trip is going to be for her. So said, so done.
After like, bye.
After she did her hair and came back, every day for the next month, this girl, bye, 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 going out tonight, bye, bye, bye. Okay? Gone. All we could ever see is Aaliyah's skirt tail in the wind.
And Chris on my location.
Out. Okay? Exploring. I'll go on date. Okay? Meeting new people. Getting people trying to court her. Okay? Yeah. That's the life she was living. And she never experienced that over here. Lock up in Brampton. Never experienced that here in Lock Up in Brampton, because there are cultural differences. You know what I mean? No offense, but we live in a and no offense at all, because I love my Indian community. But they're not looking you. They're not looking you. Parminder is not looking you. Okay? Parminder is looking Prabjeet. Okay? Not looking you. So you sitting at your house in Brampton expecting Prince Charming to come look for you, they're looking for their own, eh? So the thing about it is you need to put yourself in a position where you could be around other people who are local, other people who are interested in what you got to serve. And I'm a firm believer in that. Put yourself in a situation where the options are plenty for you. You like this Tom? You like Harry? Dick? I like he's more my speed. He's not my speed. Do you know what I mean? And and it's reciprocated, right? Them Yamanya, they are culturally for their own. And I don't blame them. Them like what them like in a them culture. And so that's why we need to be able to move around. Because, we're outnumbered out here. So
Someone had a good question. Have you learned any tree?
yeah, I've learned a little bit of tree. A tree. Not a lot.
Say a
Kafra.
full sentence for us.
Kafra.
Hey!
Say a full sentence for us.
You're enough. You're an instigator. You say a full sentence. Because if I'm not mistaken, you are talk to the most Ghanaian suitors. You have the most. I'll wait for you.
Now you come for your life now.
Yeah, came for her on the vlog. Let me tell you about this
Don't
here.
believe her, guys. Don't believe her.
Don't believe her. They believe me. They believe me over you. Okay. This one, you should be teaching me at this point. But yes, I know a couple. I know a couple things. I know a couple things. Okay. It's a say. Aye. Madase. Kafra. Yeah. I know some things.
Those sound good.
Not those sound good, child.
I feel like Crystal was. Remember Crystal, you had your whole notes?
Oh, but my accent is. I'm working on it.
They said we need Crystal and Aaliyah's tea.
Tea on what?
Pull up a chair.
Tea on
When
what?
are we ending this live?
We're gonna have to do this again because I have a
Maybe
lot
we need
to
one
say.
live. Do we need?
I'll tell you about
Crystal
the
says
Ghana.
Crystal says she has a lot to say, but she doesn't know what's going to be on this live. Not another hour to call. You don't have bed for girl. It's you guys saying end at 11. Oh my god. End at 9. You guys are a bad influence. My husband wants to go to bed. Okay. Is he sleeping out there?
No, he's downstairs talking.
Oh, he's downstairs with my parents.
He's
Okay,
like,
he's
he
fine.
said next live.
Okay. Joey said he'll come for the next live. I don't know. Maybe we should do it once every month or once every 2 months. I don't know.
What she has to say about it.
Huh?
There's some good ones. Like, does your family want to return to Ghana? Someone else asked about you and Joey possibly buying land in Ghana. Is that an option?
Okay, so all of my family's trying to come back to Ghana. Since the minute they left, they've been trying to come back.
Sad.
Everybody's sad. No one ever talks about anything other than Ghana. From my family to my friends, no one, all I hear,
Suffering.
Ghana, 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 Ghana. I want to go back to Ghana. I want to go to Ghana. This would never happen in Ghana. This would have never been here in Ghana. The men are so much better in Ghana. Oh my God, Ghana. Even church is better in Ghana. Ghana, 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 Ghana.
We love Crystal.
Crystal is a beautiful spirit.
Thanks.
That's all everybody. My mom's talking about how she want to come back for 3 months. I'm like, ma'am, you. Where would you be staying? Like, ma'am, like everybody. Daddy's like, could I live here? Could I live here? Could I live here? Like everybody, it's all. And I told them, I said, once you come to Ghana, your whole DNA is going to change. You're not going to want to be anywhere else but Ghana. And so said, so done. So said, so done. Like, yes, you're going to have to build a compound. It's a dream of mine. It's a dream of mine to develop a compound or at least, invest in some property all together with family and friends so that we could all be like in the same community. That would be so nice. But again, it's like just a matter like, finances, it's tough for everybody right now. It's tough for everyone in the world right now. So it's like, but it's much more doable in Ghana than it is over here, child. That's for sure. So we really have to just put our heads together. It's like, I just wish enough of us would be able to be serious enough to like truly be like, yeah, let's do it. Because it's much more doable in Ghana than it is anywhere. Like, so yeah.
I can't wait to go back to Ghana. I cannot wait to go back to Ghana and stay longer than I did, which was a month.
You stayed a month the first time and she wants to stay longer this time.
I'm literally staying longer here so I can stay longer there. That's it. Like, and I've never felt that way. I've traveled a decent amount, and this is the only place I've ever felt that way.
Yeah. Me too.
And
I feel like, yeah, Ghana's just, it just has the, I truly believe that the land is blessed in a way. Like, I don't know, God is there in a different kind of way, shows up in a different kind of way. And I feel like only people who go to Ghana and who have visited Ghana will know. It's just, it's so layered. It's so layered. It's not just a destination. That's why I feel like when people do go and they don't get anything from it, I'm like, your spirit is not.
Yeah, something's wrong with you.
Your spirit not ready yet. Like, it's not ready yet, or you forced it or something, because Ghana is like, it changes you. It really changes you. Same happened to us. I literally cried on the plane landing back in New York. I know.
I know.
Yeah, I cried too. Like, it's like
you just like when you land, like you just have this feeling like.
But you know what it is?
Yeah,
you know why?
From your mom at birth.
Yeah.
It feels like.
She said it feels like being ripped from your mom at birth. Bro, you know what it is? It's because when you go to Ghana for the first time, especially as a diasporan, especially as someone who has never been to Africa before, stepped on African soil, it's like you're also like, you're having a vacation, but you're also having an awakening and like availing and unveiling. So you're also realizing that you've been lied to about a lot of things.
Yeah, I felt betrayed.
You feel betrayed by your own land, like your home, like Canada, the US, or whatever. You start to realize, oh my gosh, they've been lying to us this whole time. Life could be so much better here. Not to say that Ghana doesn't have its issues, because Ghana has its issues, but it's like, which type of issues do you want? You know what I mean? And it could differ. Some people, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's wrong for someone to be like, no, I can't deal with no light out. I can't deal with this issue. I don't like how the customer service is too slow. You know that about yourself. But I think as Caribbean people, it's so much more of an easier transition because we know what Jamaica is like, and it's very similar. But overall, the feeling is so rich. And I don't know, I feel like you get closer to God. I feel like you grow up as a woman, you mature, but you also, there is an importance in being sought after and courted by men who look like you. That is also a part of that experience too. And I think when you live in countries where you are othered and you don't get to have those experiences very often, because maybe people say, oh, they're not into Black girls, or they're not into plus size girls, or they're not into dark skin girls. There's so much that they're not into, and they look just like you, but they're not into you. You know what I mean? And then you go to a country where you, in your most natural state, has people like floored. That does something to the chemistry in your mind. And it's healing. It is healing. And I think that's what they experienced. And so, yeah, I don't know. And it's like, even like, you know, Crystal was even going to church and was like building a relationship with a new church family. And like, she felt great in doing that. And I love that for her. And I love that they would go to the cafes and they would just go and sit at a cafe and just vibe. And it's just different. It's just so different. And you know that your Uber's not costing you an arm and a you know what?
Yeah.
Like, it's not, it's just overall, it's just different, you know?
So do the Ghanaians treat you different being that you're not African?
I don't think Ghanaians are very nice people. They're very, very kind people. I don't think that they treat me any different. Of course, every once in a while you're gonna see the difference because you are different in some way. Um, like I think the most things that you'll realize, I think the number one thing you'll realize is the price. But I mean that happens in Jamaica. That happens in any country that we go into, whether we're American. That's the thing. Everybody thinks they think once you're from the foreign, you're American. Okay? So they don't care. They don't even recognize Canada. They're like, she's American. I'm like, okay. Um, and so once they think that you are from outside, the price that they're gonna give you is ridiculous, which is annoying because it's like now I live there. I live with my husband. We're married, and it's like sometimes my husband will be like, babe, today just stay home. I'm just gonna go get the stuff and come back because he can get it for a different price. But as soon as I come with him, the price gone up. So that's like annoying. But other than that, I don't think that I've been ill treated. Um, yeah, I don't think so. Of course, every once in a while you get like a side eye, but like a side eye from maybe um my Ghanaian sisters here and there. But I mean, I get that same side eye from my Jamaican sisters here and there. You know what I mean? They they think upon this foreign girl, come take with man, all type of that type of energy. Get it from our own people too. So I wouldn't say that that's single like that. That's specifically Ghanaian women. I think it's just women from any country when they see outside women. It's kind of like how we feel sometimes when we see all the white girl them take over the man them. So I try to understand them and not take it personal. You know.
So another question: do people send barrels to Ghana like we do in Jamaica?
Do people send barrels to Ghana? So for themselves, I think. I don't think that they share. You see how we send it, and it's like, oh, to help our family, or like. I don't think they really do that because my parents were trying to. My mom was like, she was adamant about sending a barrel for Joey's family, and I'm like, you might be offending them.
Hmm.
You might be offending them because in Jamaican culture, you're getting a barrel. Oh my God, like that's beautiful that someone is thinking of you to fill up a barrel with all these good stuff and blah blah blah. But I was like, my mom's like, yeah, let's put a barrel together, put some rice, put it. I'm like, mommy, they have rice.
Mm.
They have rice.
But it's still benefited for the wedding though.
Yeah, but I don't.
I mean, it benefited for the wedding and stuff, and for us living in the house together, like the house that we were all staying in. Yeah, it came in handy for that. But I was like, be careful with like sending a barrel of like basic things that they can get, because it's like there's this an illusion. And it's not even an illusion that Africans don't have. I think it comes from us as Caribbean people. We always believe sending back a barrel is like a great thing, right? And people receiving a barrel, they're happy to receive a barrel. But sending it to uh sending it to people in like of a different culture, I don't know. Like I still don't know. Like I feel like maybe some Ghanaians will have to let me know in the comments if you guys send to each other, because you know what, Eve's family sends barrels for people and stuff. So but I think it's mostly they send their own stuff ahead of themselves, not necessarily like barrel for people to take things.
So for in Jamaica, I feel like well, I could be wrong, but I feel like they long for a lot of things that we have here in America, in North America, and in Ghana. I don't think they long for too many things that we have over here because they have better things than what we have, and it's usually better quality.
Yeah, I think Ghanaians have more access to certain things than actually Jamaicans do, or Caribbean countries do. No, they, and don't get me wrong, because I don't want no Jamaican to come in here. What you taxing? We have everything we need. Yes, I know we have everything that we need, but there's certain things that are easily more accessible on that side. Maybe because they come closer from Europe. I don't know, but
well, Jessica said we usually send our own stuff before we come.
Right, exactly. I agree. I feel that's exactly what I thought. Like from all my Ghanaian friends, I feel like when they do send a barrel, it's like they're sending things ahead of themselves so that they don't have to
personal things,
personal stuff, not for others. Whereas for us, whenever we send a barrel down to the Caribbean, it's to bless like a family or more than one family. They'll be like, oh, the barrels arrived, and everybody comes and they take out shoes, they take out rice, they take out stuff, and everybody feels like it's like Christmas, you know? It's different. It's culturally different. And that's why I was saying to my mommy, I was like, you have to be really careful because like us sending rice down to them, like Ghanaians run rice, like them eat rice, like, you know, sending down things like, so then that's why I had gotten her to like rewire. And I was like, no, what we'll do is we'll send things ahead for ourselves. And yes, we can pack some things in there that we can gift them, but we're not going to send a barrel of non-perishable items.
Mm-hmm.
To because
stuff,
they might be looking at you like, what do you think this is, you know, when that's not what we're trying to say. Okay, next question.
Someone said run up the likes. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit the
run
like
up
button.
The likes, guys. Run up the likes.
Subscribe.
Run up the likes, because I know that this is not the same 218 people that was in here from before. So really, the likes should be 400. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. Are we really going to 11 o'clock? You guys are spoiled bad. You guys are poil out. Poil.
So, what's something that you've been learning about yourself lately?
What's something that I've been learning about myself lately? Mm-hmm. I am overly anxious for no reason sometimes. And I just need to slow down and tell myself, you can't do everything, and it's okay to just take a deep breath and enjoy the moment. Like I feel like I overstress. Like say I have a stressful week, like I know that there's going to be a stressful week ahead, like I'm already saying it's stressful. Like don't do that, because then it takes the tone of the whole week, where it's like all you should just do is let Monday be Monday and enjoy and be present in Monday and give your best on Monday, and then let Tuesday be Tuesday when you get there. Like, you know, tomorrow has its own worries. Deal with today, you know? And then when you think about it biblically, God warns us not to do that, right? Anxiety comes from like worrying too much about the future, but the future hasn't even come yet. And God said, be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing. But with supplication and something else, make your desires or wants be known unto the Lord. I paraphrase that. But be anxious for nothing, but with supplication and etc., make your wants and desires be known to the Lord. So it's like, if you need God to take you through this day and make it the best day, just let him know and then let it go. And I know that, but I don't apply that often. And I think that's what I've learned most about myself lately. I run myself into anxiety, and you don't even need to do that. You don't, especially not when you have God on your side. Yeah. And Lady Ghana, you don't need to ship anything to Ghana. Just bring your purse. It's so true. When I first went to Ghana, a Jamaican lady, told me how when she went, she had to bring bare Mr. Noodle and all type of things. So I was packing up my bag with bare perishable foods, Mr. Noodle, da 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 da. And then I went to my friend who's Ghanaian, Michael. I went to his house and I was talking to his mom and dad, and his mom and dad were like, they started when I showed them what was in my bag. I kid you not, they were rolling on the floor laughing at me for at least like half an hour, straight laughing, just laughing. And I was like, laughing their ass off. They're like, you do not need take out the craft dinner out the bag right now. Take out the craft dinner and the juice box out the bag. And I was like, really? Are you sure? Because I don't know what I'm gonna eat if I did it. They were like, don't listen to these people. There's everything you want is there, and it's so true. Everything you want is there. You can go and you can go to any restaurant and find the food that you want. You want sushi, you can find sushi. You want Jamaican food, you can find Jamaican food. You want something from the grocery store to cook, you can find it. You want you want Lebanese food, there's Lebanese. You want Chinese food, there's Chinese. You want Ghanaian food, it's all over, and there's enough great Ghanaian food there. So yeah, you like if you're someone who's like, oh, I'm not sure, like I'm merging into Ghanaian food and da 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 da, there's many other cultures, just like how Toronto here or the US, wherever you are in the US. Crystal, this is gonna die. Can you mind if I
It is.
grab this? Yeah. Or is this my treasure? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. You do not need to pack no food in your bag. Really, you just need your clothes and the converter plug for your plugs, because it's a different plug in it's like the European plug, and that's about it, babe. That's about it. Just have your clothes and your European plug converter. That's it. And you're gonna have a time.
So someone wants to know, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
What do I enjoy doing in my free time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of free time. I think I love creating, and I just love thinking about what I'm going to do next. Like what I'm going to work on next. I like traveling. I like eating something good. And I like watching a good movie. I'm not really that picky. Yeah. That's it. Next question.
Are you watching any shows right now on Netflix?
Am I watching any shows right now? So, no, I'm not watching any shows, but I did finish watching Love Island. Woo! Love Island. How many Love Island babes do we have in here? That is a very Gen Z question / late millennial question of me to ask. But I watched Love Island, and I love me some Love Island. So
And someone also said, what are your honeymoon plans? I think
I already spoke about that. You're going to have to watch the beginning of this episode, guys, because that was one of our first questions.
Next. Is Jamaican food good in Ghana?
Is Jamaican food good in Ghana? It's not the best, but there is a really, really good restaurant that I love, and it is featured in many of my vlogs. It is why am I having a brain fart on the name? Ting Nice. Ting Nice also did the Jamaican food at my restaurant at my wedding. And I think that Ting Nice is one of the best Jamaican restaurants in Ghana. People say that the what's her name? Her brand, Deja View. I think she has a Jamaican restaurant there. And I haven't really given it a proper try, but they say that hers is really good too. But I've tried many of the Jamaican restaurants, and to be very honest, I can't lie to you guys. Ting Nice is the only one that I'll go grab some food from. Yeah. It needs work. One time I went to this restaurant, and I don't want to, put their name out there too bad, but and the food looked exactly like how it was supposed to be. Like the ackee and saltfish looked exactly like how it was supposed to be. The jerk pork looked exactly like. Ghana has bare ackee. Ghana is the originator.
Why did we not get any ackee?
Ghana is where ackee plant actually originates. Did you know that?
Wow. No.
Which means that when our ancestors were taken from Ghana, they took some with them.
Took a piece.
They took some with them, and that's how I believe we have ackee on the Jamaican land. Okay,
wow.
But Ghanaians don't use ackee. Them kick it round down a ground. Them don't know how much. Crazy. That's crazy because they don't realize how expensive, and that's why I've been saying I don't know who's gonna do it, but maybe that's a business that we can get into because Baby, harvesting Aki and selling it to the Caribbean, game changer, booming business. Or selling it to the world, booming business. Because Trixie said, shh. Me can't say shh because I see people kicking Aki around on the floor and Aki expensive. So have you patronized Deja food truck yet? Is she the one, Deja Vu? I just spoke about her. I haven't tried her out properly yet, but she's a cool girl. I think she's awesome. And I don't want to make a judgment on her food yet until I actually have like a full, like a real plate, you know?
Have you been to the resorts in Ghana?
I have been to some resorts in Ghana and they've been nice. I haven't been to any that I could say are flipping, popping, but they're nice when it comes to like the amenities and the treatment and the view. But what I don't like about all of the ones that I've been to, every time I've gone, it's been empty, and it's been me and whoever's me and whoever I'm with at the time. And I don't like that. I want to come on a resort and I want there to be a vibe. I want there to be people around, etc. I don't like that we're the only ones in there. Everyone, and they'll be gorgeous, stunning, but it makes me realize the people cannot afford to be at these places, and I don't like that. Or the marketing is just not being done properly.
It's probably that.
The marketing, right?
Yeah. They'll fill up in a couple of years.
Yeah. Because I can't wait until I'm able to, when you guys come back again, or when we do the Ghana trip officially. Aki trees at the ShopRite parking lot in Accra. Which ShopRite? The one on in Osu? Or which one? Let me know. Let's look over there. So yeah. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying.
Another question. What would you do differently about your wedding, and what are some of the best decisions you made?
What would I do differently about my wedding, and what are some of the best decisions that I made? What I would do differently, I would have had a bachelorette party. I would have done something for my bachelorette. That's what I would have done differently. And I would have given the photographers a very detailed shot list of like what photos I want and what videos I want. And what was the last question?
What would you do differently, and what were the best decisions you made?
Best decision I made was to have my whole family be in the house and for us to have the traditional on the property of that house. Great decision. Great decision. Great decision was to call Aaliyah 2 days before she left to go to BSW and pick up those clip-ins so that I could do my hair for the traditional and not have to worry about my hair too much, because the curly clip-ins was just so smart, because I was having a hard time trying to figure out how I was going to transition from one hairstyle to the next hairstyle fast enough. Is that my husband?
Who's freaking the door? He's like, oh.
Is that my husband? Husband, come in here. Babe. Babe. Joey, if you can hear me right now, turn back around and come in here right now. I love you. Please. I'm begging. Joey not like camera, man. He's not like camera. But Yeah. uh get some Ghana cities and get the hotels to pay you to market it. Yeah, I've asked a couple of them, and I've done a couple. I've done a 1-2 partnership. Um, but yeah, I when you guys come, when we do the first Ghana trip in 2026, I'm gonna see if we can really get some things going so that we can really have a darn good time. Because one thing about Ghanaian resorts, they have a lot of beautiful resorts out there. It's just they're not all of them are as lively as I'd like. I'm coming from the kings of resort life. Okay, I am a Jamaican, so you know how we do resort life. The expectations are a little high.
So, what would you say to someone that hasn't been confident, plus size, and show arms? Have you always been so confident?
What would I say to people? What would I say to women about being confident and showing their arms?
Just as to someone
To someone,
that hasn't been so confident, plus size, and show arms. Have you always been so confident?
sometimes I have moments where I feel less confident, but overall, like this is who I am. If you think about it, like God made you, you woke up this morning, your heart, your lungs, all your organs have woken you up and given you another chance to be here. Your body is not just here to be desirable to other people. I know that we live in a time where we feel like we need to have a certain size this and a certain size that, and we need to look like this and look like that. But I need you to remember that you exist because you are supposed to be here, and it is your birthright to take up space in the skin that you're in. Separate it from someone thinking that you're cute or someone thinking that you have the right body type or whatever it may be. You woke up this morning, you're alive. You need to give your body more credit. Point blank, period. You need to give your body more credit. And if you treated your body like a human being and started to think about the fact that your body has ears to hear you, you would speak better things about it. You cannot allow your heart is working so hard to keep you alive every single day. And then you have the audacity to look in the mirror and shit on yourself because Thomas likes a girl who's a size 3, because Shanice says your arm them big, because Robert says they prefer a BBL body. You think that your heart is working and beating out your chest to give you another chance every single day to please them people there? You need to think of yourself as more than just something to be attractive to others. You are a living human being that God created, and God is the top artist. There is no artist, there is no Picasso, there is no designer, there is no painter, there is no person who draws that is better than the ultimate creator. God doesn't make mistakes, and He never made mistakes on you. So every time you shit on yourself, know that you disrespect the King. So that's what I think. And that's how I move. And I don't allow other people to make me feel less about myself because I belong to the King of all kings. And He ain't make no mistakes. You can aspire to be better. You can work out. You can give yourself a better, body in your own eyes. But you should never hate the body that you're in right now because you're alive and your body is keeping you here. Give yourself some credit and wear the little tank top and love your body and love who you are because you don't have to be here. Life is not promised to everybody. Tomorrow is not promised to everybody. Don't waste your life worrying about your arms. Some people not have no arms at all.
Well, actually, someone just asked, would you rather have a fat arm or no arm at all?
Right. Would you rather have a fat arm or no arm at all? And you think I'm gonna put myself in no sweater to please nobody? Done. Those days are done. And I understand because when you're growing up, it's hard because we're impressionable when we're younger, and people say the darndest things, and people are evil. People are evil now. Adults are evil because they don't like themselves, though. You always have to remember. People move like that because they don't like themselves. People are going to talk about you and how you look because they don't like how they look. So they don't want to be the only one feeling that way. They want you to feel that way too. Put on your tank top. Listen, my arms are big. See my arm, them? My arms are big, but you know what I love? I love a spaghetti strap. And you know what I love even more? An off the shoulder. You will forever catch me in a strapless and an off the shoulder, baby. Forever. Forever. And who not like it can bite it. Yeah. Yeah. I saw it go. And maybe I've always been this way because I'm Jamaican. I don't know. It's just like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you live in a shoe? This is this is my body. And I'm stunning. You may not like it. This person may not like it, but this person does. So my husband love me. My husband love my arm them. You see me rub them arms them. And he's like, wow, your arms. I'm like, babe, stop. But it's what he likes. It's like, you don't have to worry about trying to be what people who don't like you like. Worry about the fact that you are, or not worry, but just remember that you are somebody else's cup of tea. You don't have to be everybody's cup of tea, but you are somebody else's cup of tea. Because I know that's what it boils down to sometimes, is that we don't think that we're attractive. And that's why we think that our arms are this and our arms are that, whatever. You are attractive. You're stunning. You're attracted to somebody else. And you're just looking in the wrong direction. And you know how many people have called me fat and ugly in my whole life? Many people have called me fat. Many kids said I was butterface when I was younger. Oh, she's a butterface. And oh, she's fat. There's adults till this day that call me fat. There's people who whisper and talk. Sorry, Lord.
Oh.
Sorry.
So,
yeah.
Someone wants to know, what would you say to someone that hasn't been no, sorry, guys. I read the wrong one. Forgive me.
Oh, whose birthday?
Oh my gosh. So, go
ahead. Okay, Miss Sasha, I'm pulling rank. I turned 55 yesterday, and Auntie is saying that your husband wants to go to him bed. Yeah, he is saying that he wants to go to his bed still. But we'll close up in 7 minutes for sure, because that would have been 3 hours.
Wow.
Oh my God. So, happy birthday, Auntie.
Happy belated.
Oh, go ahead. Do you want to read?
No, go ahead.
So, if you're dating a guy, if a guy you're dating follows a lot of women on social media, is that a red flag?
Someone asked me this just the other day. A friend of mine asked me this the other day. If he follows a lot of women, is that a red flag? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that because I don't really care about that kind of thing. Does he follow a lot of women? What is he like in real life? Maybe he knows a lot of women. I don't know. I mean, what kind of women is he following? Is he just following a whole bunch of big booty Judies on Instagram, or are these people that he knows? Because some people know a lot of women, I think if it makes you insecure, then there's other reasons why this is making you insecure. It's not necessarily that he follows women, that he probably is showing you signs of things that you are worried about. Because honestly, I've literally never checked Joey's following. Because he's never given me a reason to feel like I needed to. I just don't care. I know he loves me off. I can feel it. I see it. When someone makes you feel comfortable and truly is for you, you rest in their presence. You don't even feel the need to do all of that. So the fact that you're checking and you're worried about it, means that there's something that's not quite right. And maybe you need to lean into that and figure out what's going on. Oh, don't worry. The list is going to have best places to get your nails done as well. Don't you worry. Don't worry. When it's available and ready for purchase and download, I will let you guys know.
Last question.
Last question? Yep, last question.
Okay.
Last question, guys.
Have you explored other areas in Ghana like Kumasi, Cape Coast, or Aburi?
Have I experienced other places in Ghana like Kumasi, Cape Coast, and Aburi? All of them I have.
Wow.
All of them I have. I went to Kumasi with my girl who has a house up there, Eve. You guys love Eve too. I went up there with her and it was cool. I mean, I feel like I wanted to stay a little longer, but what I noticed immediately was that I feel like it's much slower. It's not as fast paced as Accra. It's more family oriented, a lot more like it's like the suburbs versus downtown, right? It was really nice, but it's definitely slower, definitely more the family vibe, husband, wife, kids. Whereas in Accra, people are like, you can get your husband, wife, kids, but there's a lot of business people in and throughout it, you know? Aburi is beautiful. Oh, so beautiful and breezy up there. It's not hot up there. It's nice and breezy because it's so green and lush. And they say a lot of Jamaicans live up there. It's in the hills, it's like in the mountains. And it's such a beautiful view of Accra, like especially when you get up there and then you look down. It's like, especially at nighttime, beautiful. Cape Coast, I hear a lot of Jamaicans are moving into that area as well. Cape Coast, I haven't really experienced the area, but of course I went to Cape Coast Castle. So I experienced that. But all of these places I want to experience more of. So I'm definitely, I feel like an Accra girl because I like city life. And so does my husband. But I know that there's so much more to Ghana than Accra. Yeah. Good night, Lady Ghana. Oh, happy birthday, Lady Ghana. Happy birthday. Have a wonderful night's sleep. Guys, we are going to wrap up. I absolutely loved having this live with you guys. You guys are honestly amazing. I'm happy that you feel like I spoiled you because I did want to spoil you. I love spending time with you guys too. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Have a wonderful night. I will have this up for you guys to watch. If any of you came in late, you can watch it from the beginning at any point in time this week. Share it with somebody. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and like this video before you go. It really, really helps you get more notifications for what I have coming up. And just know that a new vlog episode will be up next week. And I just love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And feel free to come back into the comments of the video once it's uploaded and give me any questions that you want me to take into our next live. I don't know when the next live will be, but you guys can also let me know.
I'll make sure she does them more often, guys.
Aaliyah says she'll make sure that I do them more often, so we'll see about that. Anyways, blessings to you all. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord bless you and keep you. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen.
Bye. And stream. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. Bye, guys.